sorry.
Yeah, she is dangerous.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry,
It's
I'm a
too.
few minutes late. I'm going to take you right into the intro. Mom life never stops. Oh, my Lord.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
And another thing is if somebody suffocates on a pillow, somebody suffocates, you see the saliva. You see I've seen forensic testing come back where you can almost see the entire face on the pillow.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's been a crazy morning. I seriously thought about canceling this at the last minute, but then I didn't. Hubby's home, so it can be a lot. It can be a lot. I love my kids, but it can be a lot. And of course, they wait till 5 minutes before I'm going live when, to want everything. But, kid life. Kid life. Oh, Lord. She is so nervous. She just thought we missed her birthday. I'm like, honey, how could we possibly miss your birthday? Well, it's this weekend. No, baby, it's next weekend. And when have we ever missed your birthday? I mean, anyway. You tell me I had only scheduled my stream. I hadn't even, there's nothing in the description. What the hell is going on with YouTube? My thumbnail or my description, which says nothing, puts me in the yellow. Get Come on, YouTube, get your shit together already. I'm over it, man. Anyway, let me say hi. Well, I was in a good mood. Hey, Seeker. Hey, Calls. Hey, Beer Can. It's happy hour today. Oh, I could use a few margaritas. Yeah. Hey, Heather. Enjoy your friend and enjoy your margaritas. Have one for me. Hey, Revel. Hey, Seeker. Hey, Kathy R. George Lopez. Oh, we got a troll. Okay. Bye, George. Hi, Andy. Hey, Lurker. Chase D. Kelly Bird. Can someone post the song? What song? Are you a troll? Hey, Brittany. Well, we got to get together so you can do yours so I can come up with you. I wasn't even planning on going live this weekend. Then I was going to go late last night, and then my little one woke up, and oh my gosh. So I just canceled it. Hey, OPP. Mystic Butterfly. Zen 11. You need the song? What song? Petty Dragonfly Pebbles. Cool. Packing up. Oh, packing sucks. I don't want to be in. Yeah, she always gets. She gets. Um, how do I say? When she won't stop till it's done, till it's here, and then for like a week afterwards, and then it'll be chilled. But that's just all part of who she is. She's my little diva. Petty Crocker, I love your name. Hey, cool gamer. Hey, Lisa. Oh, of course. You've had all freaking morning to rain here in Dan, Florida. But as soon as I go live, guess what? The thunder, the lightning. Yep. So now I'm going to have to move everything. And stop it. Just give me enough time to get this short live over with. Ugh. Hey, Casual Art. Hey, Wise Angel. Glimmer and Glow. I love the name. Well, welcome in. Welcome to Poolside. We are the Poolside Misfits. Hey, Sunshine. And over here, we don't care what misfit you are. You can be any misfit you want. Don't matter. It's raining there on and off. Ugh. It's been... we don't need that. You can give us a break today. Today, we're going to go put the tadpoles in the canal and see if they make it. I'm going to put them at the edge where there's rocks and just, a little bit of water and just rocks and stuff. Hopefully they'll make it because I am over these freaking tadpoles. Okay. And I don't want them to die here because I am not making 100 little boxes and having 100 freaking funerals. I'm just not doing it, But so we're going to go set them free. And I will never, ever forget a bucket outside again when it rains for water to get in it. Damn frogs go in there and lay their eggs. Hey, Remy. Yeah, it is. It is so muggy. Hey, break time vibe. It is just. It sticks. Yeah, the tadpoles are still here. I keep forgetting to take them down there. Um, yeah, they're still here and still hanging on. Hmm. Yeah, they're going today. That's it. We're gonna have a whole little ceremony of freedom. They're gonna be set free, go on and hopefully grow into frogs and not become anybody's food. Yeah, no. But I can't say that loud because my daughter here, she'll lose it. She will never let me take them down there. She will lose it. She'll think that something's gonna happen to them. Play the George Michael Freedom song. That's a good idea. I've met him several times. He used to when he started out in a band called Wham, and where my mom worked, she was the manager. They would come there a lot and perform. I have some of Wham's albums signed by George. Then he went solo and never came back to our little town again. uh, oh my lord. The drama streets is overflowing. Betty can't leave Jay for justice alone. She's really butthurt over JLR. Still, she can't leave JLR alone. And now she's poking at Dolly, and I'm not even sure if that's manufactured drama. But there's some, I have my own opinion about what's been going on with the TikTok Tony crew and stuff. But I've also been involved in that. Well, been following it, been covering it since the very first Tony TikTok live. So I I may know more about stuff that went down than some. I don't know. I do not believe that Betty and Barbecue are manufactured drama or a fake fight because that had been brewing since the Seth and Tony crap. But that's just my opinion. Um, do I think that everybody did their own part? Hell to the yeah. Come on. But that's the things that they did to Barbecue went real life and went too far. Um, maybe that's why she was reacting the way she did. I don't know. I don't really know her other than to, about this stuff. But yeah, Betty doesn't like Barbecue because Barbecue came out against Tony and Seth. That's simple. You say one word about them, Betty hates you. Um, okay. You remember Wham? Yeah. Hey, Casual. Toe Beans. Hey, Stephanie. You had a choose life t-shirt. Cool. Yeah, that's another thing I'm working on trying to get done. So I can put them out. Oh no, they're not running through my house. Oh hell to the no. Not today. Not today. We gotta go back to the doctors for his eye. It's not good. Not the worst thing, but it's not good. I'll let y'all know for sure uh, when I get everything. I'll tell you what's going on. Um, Probably just gonna take some treatments to. He busted something, a blood vessel or something. I don't know. Anyway, at least it's not affecting his sight and it's not causing him any pain. Those are the two big pluses. Seeker, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, you're always so supportive. Thank you. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. You are now a Poolside misfit. You can be any misfit you want to be. Heck, we have SpongeBob. There's a Patrick. Uh, we got Sandy's because I have squirrels. I just got to get them helmets for under the water. Can't find one. Here comes the thunder rolling on in. Oh, yeah, I appreciate you too, Thunder. Really do. Anyway, let me know if it's too loud. I'll move us into the house. Uh, oh, great. The neighbors' dogs are up, but they're quiet. So, uh, I think he, no, he didn't. Or did he? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I haven't followed up about him in years. Um, oh, hold on 1 second. He died December 25th, 2016. Wow, on Christmas. My age. He was my age. He was born the same year as me. He died from heart failure and a fatty liver at age 53. Wow. Yeah, I still have them. They might be worth a couple dollars, huh? Because they have his. He signed them and wrote a little something or other on it. I don't even remember what they say. They've been put away forever. They might be worth a little something, something. Who knows? I might have to dig them out. No, that sucks for Christmas. That would suck. But anyway, guys, welcome to Poolside. You are now a Poolside Misfit. Please thank Seeker for your gifted membership. All right, I've had it with the thunder. Get out of here. Go bother somebody else. Now there goes my dog freaking out. Thank you, Thunder. Go bother Betty. Betty needs some bothering. The way she's running her mouth, she needs some bothering. Raining big time here in Alabama. Tootsie Fruity. I love it. Mm. I'm complaining about this, but we've had such a dry, hot summer. We do eat all we can get, but it just comes at the most inappropriate times. It had all freaking morning. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Well, actually, it was 4:31, and it could have rained any of those times, but no. See, what I need to do is act like I'm going live, and then it'll start. But see, here in Florida, we get the hoopla. We'll get the thunder, the lightning, dark skies, and then no rain will fall. Or it will rain, but barely, and it doesn't even reach the ground. So it's like, if you're going to put my dog through that, at least follow up with the rain, you know? But I already gave him Benadryl. He is upset. Look at him trying to dig my rug up. No, Baba! Hey, Baba! Baba! No, sir. He's in there trying to dig my area rug up in that ball. John Lennon's ghost. Welcome in. Anyway. So, there's a lot to go over, but we can't do it all in one day. And I think tomorrow we'll look at a little bit of the lawsuit with some clips because it's insane. And I'm gonna have to thank for the t-shirts. What else? Oh. Oh, and by the way, I think I made it quite clear in my part 2 live of showing Terry Lynn's pattern of behavior, why I was doing it, why I showed it, and where I got the video from, and where does it freaking matter where the video came from any goddamn way? I wasn't, and I made it clear I wasn't interested in that community. It was specifically for one reason and one reason only. I made that very clear. So now they're gonna. I guess they're going at people in their own community. You gave her that video. No, no one gave it to me. I went and got it myself. I said I reached out to see if anybody had it. I don't know any of them people, but still, I just reached out to see if anybody had it. But nobody gave it to me because John put his channel back up and I was able to go record it right from his channel. What is the big deal? Listen to the live before you go out and attack people or go out and accuse people of stuff. At least know what the hell you're talking about first. That just bugs the hell out of me when somebody don't bother to fact check or to listen to something before you go make accusations. You want to stir up some fake drama? Knock yourself out. I won't be a part of it. I don't give two shits. I did what I needed to do, and I moved on just like I always do. Anyway, Jay mentioned looking for violations, timestamps, and links. Oh, yeah. I'm not on board with some of that either. Look, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But do we have the right to ask people to mass report because someone's saying some stuff about your life? I mean, it's Betty. We all expect it. It's nothing new. I don't know. I don't know. It's not I'm not in that position. I know I would be cutthroat if she was saying that stuff about my kids. So I get where Jay's coming from. I do. And she hasn't done a damn thing to Betty. That's the whole weird thing about it. She hasn't. I didn't see her making videos calling Betty out. Betty's just butthurt because Jay's not on the Seth and Tony train, but she's not on anybody's train, you know? And because JLR and her were friendly, being friendly is a far cry from what Betty has accused her of doing. And I just don't believe it. I don't know Jay personally, but just the vibe I get from her, I just don't think JLR would be her cup of tea. Yeah, if you get my grift, okay, or my meaning, Betty's grift. I just really don't see it. I just don't see it. You know, like I said, I don't know her personally, but I just don't see it. And now she's entitled to make videos after the stuff Betty said. Betty poked at her and poked at her and poked at her, want no response. Now that Betty's getting it, Betty's not a happy camper. Oh well, you asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. What's the matter? Weather in Kentucky changes every day drastically. Ooh, that would suck. It can get like that here. Hey, Daddy's baby girl, how are you? I know when it's we're in hurricane season, but they'll start talking about a hurricane a week or more before it's even anywhere near you. And as long as people have lived here, it's wild to watch how people panic. They truly panic. And 95.9, I'll be fair, percent of the time, the hurricane doesn't even stay nowhere near the path that's been reported on all week. You know, you don't. There. Sometimes I think the pre-warning could be a bad thing when they take it a week to 10 days out. You know what I mean? Some people don't. They obsess with it and they panic, and then and and then there's others that, oh, the storm's going to come right over us, and then when it happens and it's just a big no or nothing, then they feel let down, like, oh, they had me all hyped up all week and then Nothing. So I guess it could work always. I don't know. I just see people panic and overbuy, and then they don't. I never have the budget to overbuy, and I don't overbuy. I don't overreact anyway. Um, but I just make sure I have tons of gas for my generator. Hey, Mister Nobody, I've got something I want to send you. I don't with them bullhorn and the no. I don't know. The bullhorn and the no don't look good together. Maybe I need to use a different no symbol and not that one, or use a different bullhorn. I don't know. Maybe something cartoonish. I don't know. But heck, we were Friday was crazy. We were hours and hours just to be told we're gonna keep his eye covered, but he needs to see this doctor here, and then they'll take it from him. Like, oh my god, if I would have known that, I'd have never. Or no, it wasn't Friday; it was Saturday. I would have never even did this appointment. Hours for nothing. Which, oh, and now we got to do hours of another appointment that better not pass the buck on to another doctor, or I'm gonna lose my shit. The boy needs his eye looked at. Take care of it. Period. Now I will go look. I've been so with everything here and the kids and trying to get school ready for. We got school coming up. We got open house. I have to go pick up their devices from the school. Well, he doesn't get one because he's only going to first grade. She does because she's going to fourth. But and a birthday on top of that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then we got to go meet the teacher. He's having the same teacher. First time this has ever happened, and I think it's a good thing, you know. But it sucks because for him, he's okay with different teachers. My daughter, she wasn't, and she cried because she wasn't going to see her teacher. I said, "But you'll see her. She's going to be there. You just won't be in her class." Now she'd have been great with that. My son was kind of bummed. He was like, "But I wanted a new teacher." But my daughter, she would have preferred. And sometimes the teachers roll over; they just stay, or they roll over to the next grade with their class. They just roll it all over. And this is the first time that my kids have been lucky enough to do that. So he's he's going to be in the same with the same teacher, but not her. Anyway, so Betty did a couple lives. No surprise there. But we're going to look at some clip videos too because I can't do the whole I can't do the whole Betty thing all day today. I can't. I don't have it in me. But I did save just a little bit of green for this one. Um, but I also didn't want to tie you guys up on a Sunday afternoon, all afternoon. Um, I just wanted to come in and say hi to everybody, and because I missed y'all. Okay. Oh my God, Betty. I'm not going to review your cooking because, I'm no master chef, never claimed to be. So I don't have a right to be commenting on nobody's gray meat or nothing. But one thing I will tell you, Bets, is I use crock pot a lot. Meat goes on the bottom, by the way. I do a roast. Oh my God, it'll melt in your mouth. I make this roast in a crock pot. I put it in the oven just for like 45 minutes, and then I put it on, in the slow cooker. But it will melt in your mouth, and the meat is so good. But the roast is always on the bottom. When I use the potatoes and carrots and stuff, I don't put. Yeah, that's Anyway, that's all I'm gonna tell you because I don't know what you. I didn't see it. All I know is the cooked pork. You have to make sure pork is thoroughly cooked. I mean, thoroughly cooked. There can't be no pinky nowhere. That's really bad for you health wise. Um, yeah, and it takes a long time to cook in a slow cooker. you should have not added the number one, the carrots. You have to cut carrots up small because they take forever to cook. You didn't even wash your potatoes off. You didn't wash your vegetables off. Gross. Sorry. That's gross. I don't care if you peel them or not. That's on you. Some people don't, some people do. But you at least got to cut the bad eyes and stuff off, you know? I mean, yeah. Anyway, um, you should have put the pork in and let it cook first for a bit because pork takes a lot longer. Maybe you could get away with the carrots because they take so long. I don't know. They might end up being mush, and the potatoes might end up being mush by the time both them pieces of pork are done. I'm just saying, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about it. That's it. Knock yourself out, Betty. I think it's great. I think you should stick to your when you were doing the true crime, the and you're cooking. I think that's what you should. I think that would be a good thing for you. I really do. I think that doing cooking and cold cases, since you enjoy cooking and you enjoy cooking for your audience, I think that's something you should run with. You know, I said that before when you did it and you were gonna. I thought you were gonna make it a regular show, but you ended up not. But yeah, I think it run with it. If it works for you, run with it. I'm not a good enough. I'm not. I don't consider myself no freaking chef here. So, oh, my computer wanted to go out. Okay. Anyway, this one I'm only gonna play a little bit of. Uh, but I really think that could be a good stick for her. You know, cold cases and cooking. And I thought that's what months ago when she did that, I thought that's what she was going to run with, but she didn't. I don't know. I'm just trying to give her ideas. Heck, I don't really care what she does.
Florida Home Air Conditioning
Trying to give her
today,
a couple
and
tips.
we'll waive the service call fee with any
The
cooling or heating
Sebastian
system
Rogers stuff
repair.
is getting
Feel
old.
confident knowing that.
I just don't. They don't.
The Sebastian Rogers stuff is getting old, and you're doing the same thing with Sebastian Rogers that you do with every case. When there's no new info, you create your own info in your distorted reality. And then you just regurgitate the same things 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, I'm not watching you regurgitate 10 times a day. I'm just not. But that's just me. This is just my opinion, and that banner up there says so. It says I compare you, Shoe Betty. And we're going to listen to a little bit of Dolly because he had a response for Betty too. Hey, Gma. How are you? Hey, veteran. Hey, Hope. I'm still mad and jelly at you at the same time. You made a roast yesterday. Oh, I'm making. I got a good deal on some steaks because I don't get a lot of steak because it's expensive for a family of four, and I have a budget. Um, but I got a good deal on some steaks, so we are gonna have some steaks today. Oh, Sunday dinner at Mom's. Can I come? I really don't want to cook. I'm so tired of cooking. I really am. It gets old real fast, especially when you're cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you got to make a separate one because that one don't eat. This it's a nightmare. It's a lot. It's not your fault. You live where you live. Well, I'm hoping that when we vote that all that changes here too. I just don't know. I don't know if there's enough oomph behind it because the state does make a lot of money. Let's be honest, the state does make a lot of money. Currently in the UK, we have health advisory for prepackaged and washed vegetable best and salads. It still has to all be washed again when you get. Oh hell yeah! I'm washing my shit. I'm washing. Mm-mm. Yep. Hey, Skull Girl, good to see you. Yeah, she is. Oh, Savage was having a blast last night. She had me laughing so hard, and then I had to go. It was getting late, and I had to go. Making beef stew. Hey, Maureen, good to see you. You're grilling chicken with homemade sauce and a side of rice. Ooh, and homemade broth. See, y'all are making me. And just took bread out of the oven. Oh, Lord. I feel bad now. I'm complaining. Mm, I do all my own bacon and everything too, but I'm just so over it. Sometimes it's nice not to have to cook. I run out of ideas. It's like, oh, damn. And then sometimes I make two different dinners because my husband doesn't eat what the kids, kids eat kid stuff. And sometimes it's not his cup of tea, so then I make him a different dinner. It's a lot. Oh, crab salad. I love me some crab. Oh, I could eat crab legs every day, but they are so expensive. I rarely ever buy them. And yet, think here in Florida they wouldn't be, but they are. I don't do blue crabs are a lot of work for a little meat. I love me some Alaskan crab. Oh, king crab. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could eat that. I could eat crab legs every day, lobster too, but yeah, they don't fit the budget very well. So I don't get them that much. That's what your mom's making? Oh, meatloaf. Oh, my husband loves meatloaf. My kids actually like it too. That's not a bad idea for tomorrow, and then I can have it. My husband can. The next day we can have. I can make an extra big meatloaf, and we can have open faced meatloaf and gravy sandwiches, and he can take a meatloaf sandwich in his lunch. That's not a bad idea for tomorrow. Control my eyes hard enough. I love that name. So you have to make two different meals. So you know what I'm talking about. Doesn't it get crazy sometimes? It's like, and then I got to pack his lunch, and it's like, oh, I lobster is expensive here, and dressed crabs too. Yeah, it is expensive. Hey, Allie, Betty is awesome. Y'all need to respect her and learn from her and do what she does and dress like her. I mean, damn, what is wrong with y'all? Okay, I'm full of crap. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Jessica. Oh my God. Cool. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks for the meatloaf tip. That's what I'm going to do. That'll cover me for Monday and Tuesday. Yay. Because I got a busy week. Doctor's appointments out to Bazooka, meet the teacher, pick up her iPad from the school, sign my life away for it. There was something else. Got to finish school clothes shopping. I got to get the birthday stuff finished because her birthday's Saturday. And I think what we're going to end up doing is just doing Daytona Lagoon because it's going to cost too much to do either Aquatica or SeaWorld and Aquatica or Legoland and their water park. So with school clothes and everything, I think it'd be just best if we just stick to local. And they love it. They have a blast there. So it won't matter to her. She'll get her pizza and her birthday cake and she'll be happy. My kids are easy to please. That's one thing. I mean, you could go buy her a $2 toy and she don't care. It's the best thing ever. But I'm gonna get her. She wants some of those Lego sets. She loves Legos. That girl will spend all day long building stuff with Legos. She don't go by their book. She makes her own book and does her own thing. The stuff she comes up with and builds is unbelievable. But she does the same thing like with drawing and crafting. She'll spend all day doing it. She just loves doing it and making stuff, making jewelry. But she loves to draw and color and cut and glue. So I ordered her a couple dozen glue sticks because half will go to school and half will stay here. So Oh, grilled salmon. Oh my god, that sounds so good. With wild rice and sauteed spin. Okay, I look. Make my meatloaf in a muffin pan. Meatloaf sandwiches. That's a good idea. My brother-in-law has lobster traps. He usually gets around 80 a season. He's not a sharer though. Ah, damn it. We need to tell him about himself. Hey, London girl. Got to share, man. Lobster, you got to share. Oh, I watch. I know I'm crazy. I watch. No one, no one that knows me would believe that I watch fishing shows, but I do. But only certain ones. I watch Wicked Tuna and I watch Deadliest Catch. I love that show, Deadliest Catch, and I've talked to a couple of them on Twitter. So I was really thinking about, hey, look at how many y'all just leave laying on the deck. You could throw them in a bag and mail them to me. You could just send them right to me. But I drool. Hey, Glimmer and Glow. I drool when I watch Deadliest Catch and they get them big Alaskan king crabs. Oh my gosh. That would be the ultimate to be able to sit down with a table full of them and just eat till you can't eat no more. Oh, them crab. Like my husband's looking at me like, are you nuts? Talking about Alaskan king crab legs. Iceberg, yeah, I've watched that show. It is good. Oh my, yeah, I remember. I used to watch that years ago. They've upped it since then, but man, back when Alex is Alex still on it? Hey, Skip to Milo. I was mad they didn't have my show on last night. They have freaking reruns. What is wrong with these networks now? Where you're halfway in the season and they just stop at cold turkey for weeks and then say part B, season B. What the hell is that? You lose your audience that way. That's why your numbers are tanking. Because I'm not waiting 3 or 4 weeks for you to put on another episode. I'll move on to the next show, okay? I'm just over that shit. It doesn't work. Does anybody watch Big Brother? I do. Hey, Scooter. I watch Dungeness Crab is far better than King. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, I love crab. Period. I could like I said I could eat crab legs every day. It wouldn't bother me. I could eat them for breakfast and lunch or dinner. I don't care. I could eat them every day, all day. It wouldn't bother me a bit. You could never serve me nothing else. I'd be good with that. You love BB here in the UK. Big Brother, yeah. Yeah, I got a couple episodes recorded. I got the season recording because I'm way behind. Hey, I just caught up on the last season of Survivor, which I was thrilled about because for once they didn't have repeaters on. I don't like it. I lost interest in Survivor because they kept having repeaters on. After they've been on the show 3 or 4 times, enough already. There's plenty of new contestants. And I like Amazing Race too, but they were doing the same thing, having repeaters on, so I lost interest. And if they didn't win on one show, they'd put them on Amazing Race. It's like, no, come on. They're not celebrities. They're fucking, they were contestants on a show. Oh, stop crab. Okay, y'all are making me so hungry. Cold lobster dipped in hot butter. Yep. We only get Big Brother for celeb specials. Oh, never watched it? Yeah. Hey, and then Greg. I lost interest in Big Brother because they would keep bringing people back. But it was when you see the same the same shit being done season after season, and they claim to be super fans, but yet there they are making the same ridiculous mistakes, which I think that's where I started thinking, oh, this is too scripted when it's not supposed to be. Because come on, season after season, you're not gonna do the same thing. If you're such a super fan, you're gonna see what was done, and you're gonna do different. But they don't do that, and ugh, I don't know. But now that they got new people, and they're not doing the repeaters, I'm back into it. But I'm sure they're gonna make the same mistakes because it's just, I swear. Hey, Doxy. Okay, let's get into Betty because we could talk all day and not even show Betty. Probably be better for everybody's Sunday. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna have to fast forward through some of this because I didn't timestamp it. I was called away because my kid needed me because they were fighting over Legos. Yes, and she was telling him, "Well, I'm gonna get the Lego sets I want for my birthday because I put them on the wish list." Well, okay, no, that's not how a wish list works. And you know that. We've talked about that. In fact, that's why you over put stuff on the wish list because you like to give choices. But anyway, yeah. So they were teasing each other and fighting with each other, and it was just crazy. Anyway, but
Maybe she did back in the day, but I haven't seen anything that she to agree with everything said doesn't give her the right to dispute. You know, at the end of the day, nobody's going to listen to her horse crap. I mean, obviously, nobody is listening. That Karen realizes I'm on live right now. I probably should have put that on there. Bad timing. Bad timing. Hopefully, she knows I'm live. That nutter, J is for justice, is ranting about. I could care less. You know, she can rant about me now all day long till the cows come home, but it didn't change the facts of what she did to me.
What did she do?
You know, and what she's doing to this case.
What did she do to you? Because she doesn't agree with Seth and Tony, it's doing something to you? Yeah, no. That's a hard no.
No other good reason than just to be an asshole. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Hey, Tammy.
I'm sorry. You know, she can rant all day long. Nobody's going to listen to her horse crap.
Tammy.
I mean, obviously, no.
Welcome to Poolside. We are the Poolside Misfits. But we are the best misfits on these poolside streets. I'm telling you. The misfits are here. Hey, Elsie. That's why when they said in Jay's chat, somebody said, "Oh, we're going to be the misfits." Oh, hell no. I claim poolside misfits since the day I uploaded my first video a year and a half ago. Y'all stay over there being your cooters.
Nobody is listening to her horse crap. You know,
horse crap.
She's got over 100,000 people. I don't know if those were paid people or not, because it seems like she's only getting 1,500 views, 2,300 views, this, that, and the other.
Okay, if you don't care about her, how do you know what her sub count is, and how do you know what her numbers are? And you're wrong. I went back and checked her chat or her channel and her lives. You're wrong, Betty. Of course. But remember how you said you went off the wall because somebody said you bought views and subs? Because we know you do it. But it's okay for you to say about somebody else. You jelly that she is doing better than you? You've never, ever had numbers like you've had the last couple of months. And it's only because of all the drama you've created in the Sebastian Rogers case. But it's playing out, Betty. It's playing out and it's old. And you're going to go right back down to where you were with your numbers. Just saying.
And it's been like that a long time, long before I started talking about how crappy of a person she is. You know? So she can rant all day long. Hey, what is she going to do? Like my...
Bullseye? Yes. We are the Poolside Misfits. You can be any kind of misfit you want to be. We don't care. Everybody, every type barbecue lady was just on Jay for Justice panel, was she? Yeah, I know she don't have a problem with coming and, standing up for herself. That much I give her, She doesn't. And she's not manufacturing a fight or a fake fight with Betty. The only reason these people were even giving Betty anything, any attention at all, was because of Tony and Seth. But as soon as Barbecue spoke up and had a question about all the money being raised, they turned on her. Tony has had them at war. And of course, Betty doesn't like anybody that speaks up about Tony or Seth. But Betty and Barbecue know each other from TikTok, not YouTube. TikTok. And TikTok haters, Betty got a lot of them. And that wasn't on Barbecue or anybody else. That was on Betty. Yeah, Jay doesn't deserve what Betty's doing and the shit Betty's saying. She really, nobody does. Jelly belly cooters. But you don't go after someone's children or someone's marriage. Betty don't know nothing about Jay's life. She has no idea about Jay's private life. And it's none of her business. And she shouldn't be talking about it. Just like no one should be going real life on no one.
My whole life has been spread.
Yeah, they did a t-shirt. It was actually was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, I know all about that. It was back in the beginning. Yeah. But then the war broke out because of Tony.
Out through this thing, all the lies that you could possibly muster has been, displayed on social media. I could literally care less.
Betty, you are one of them people displaying all them lies. You self-reflect. No more self-reflection Sunday. Well, it is Sunday, but this wasn't Sunday. This was yesterday, I think. But listen, we're going to just call it self-reflection daily. Betty's self-reflections. Because you talk about yourself all the time. You blame others, but really what you're doing is telling everybody what you actually do.
What is she going to do to Bullhorn Betty?
Oh, she never said she was. Hey, Patricia. She never said she was going to do anything to you, Betty. You're the one that started on her. You're the one that went at her. She wasn't bothering you a bit.
Still waiting. At the end of the day, she manufactured crap. And she consistently does that from case to case. She doesn't verify the information. She causes a lot of misinformation to be on the internet, and people are just over it.
No, she actually continues to grow. Betty, you jelly. Somebody else reached 100K subs before you. Oh, Betty, if you ever get there, I'll be surprised. But no need to be jealous. But this is everything you do. You just described yourself to a T. But we'll listen to you describe yourself some more. Go ahead.
Okay?
Okay.
Tell her to keep hanging around JLR. He's done so well for her reputation so far.
And there it is. Betty equals misinformation and disinformation. Yep. Tony's the magic man, the Latin lover. Is that what's going on? Because I personally don't see it. Yeah, I have no idea. Gosh, I hope not. If that's, I hope not. I do. Unfortunately, he showed everybody his package. Anyway.
And she wants me to call her. The woman's got my phone number, right?
Why would she call you? You were the one attacking her and her family. Why on earth would she call you?
She has my phone number just like I have hers.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't nothing stopping her from calling me. Right? She wants to check it. Oh, but she just wants it to be all online. So she looks really like a badass. Okay, well.
No, you're the one that tries to look like the badass, talking about buying weapons and stuff like that, when all you did was Google something and read the bold print. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You never do. And Betty, what do you research and fact check? Because you put out nothing but rumors, gossip, honestly, outright lies.
Nah. I don't need to act like a badass.
We do not stand with Betty A. Jello, Superman.
Neither Seth mentioned during his live saying he appreciated this Justin. Justin for all, I think is what he said. He didn't say J for J. I don't think she understands that Nog everyone has to agree with everything said doesn't give her the right to destroy the case. She has turned people away. She needs to step back if she can't.
Feel what you want about anybody. That's your business. But come on, Betty, you have put out more misinformation and disinformation in this case than anybody. But okay.
She's
Hey,
never
Marcy.
really advocated. I mean, even during Gabby Petito, she relied
Lady
on me. And
Starfire.
she relied on WFLA to give her content, and relied on me and Jonathan to give her content. That was way back.
Heck, I hardly ever get notifications. As a matter of fact, I had to resub to a couple channels I've been sub to for 2 years. I did not unsub from them. I wondered why I didn't know they went live. I had to resub. I don't know what happened, but I think it was like 3 or 4 I had to resub to. I was like, huh? YouTube, get it together. I mean, you put me in the yellow for my thumbnail.
That lady doesn't.
Was there any swearing or anything in my thumbnail? No. And I didn't change it either.
Anything. You know, to be honest with you, I've been very courteous and kind and did cover her ass. But let's be honest, she doesn't do shit. What does she do to the true crime other than mucky it up? Tell me one factual thing she's brought to the true crime genre. Maybe she did back.
If she doesn't do her turning, yeah, she's going to end up with them. Bet you know you got to, flip one side to the other. Use your pillows to hold you over, whatever you need to do, dude.
Back in the day. But I haven't seen anything that she's actually brought forth that's been a darn. Oh, hey, Cheeky Chops, it's nice to see you.
I don't understand YouTube. And then it'll say, well, how are you happy with the notifications? Hell no. I don't. I rarely ever get notifications. And I know they supposedly they limit you to how many you can have a day, or they give you a day. Okay, well, usually I don't check that many. I don't turn that many on. I do. So the ones I do, they should be alerting me, but they don't.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Lord Lodge told me he knows Gabby's mom and going to ask about it. And then can they say when he backs you up? Okay, well, I hope so, because that's what Joe told Seth and what Joe told Tony.
That.
So there's no misunderstandings what happened to Joe.
I don't believe
people
it.
Can come out here. Listen, Joe's my receipt. I mean, I trust
it's not your
Seth,
receipt.
I mean, Seth talked to him. And he said he was threatened.
Okay.
And of course.
So your receipt is Joe, but you've never talked to him. So then you're going to move it down to where you believe Seth and Tony, like they are the most reliable, credible sources. Yeah, that's a hard no.
Of course, I didn't mean when I heard threatened, I automatically knew it wasn't a bodily injury. It was one of personal.
No. And number one, the message you showed is not a threat. That you took off JLR's Facebook page because you stalked the hell out of JLR. I wonder if he even knows he was in a relationship with you at one time. I don't know. Oh, I have a question for you, Bets. What's going on with you in the backseat of cars behind Chili's in a parking lot? What the hell's that all about? Aren't you a little too old for that? I'm just saying.
That's going real life. Everybody has a right to go where they want to go. If somebody wants to advocate on somebody else's channel, like, how dare you threaten somebody to
You're not advocating, Betty. I think what happened, and I played the live, Betty told on herself. I think what happened is I think he was sent some information about Betty and Tony shenanigans. And then I'm sure he remembered Betty from his daughter's case. She says, oh, they're going to dox him. You can't dox him. He's already out here everywhere. In fact, Betty, you were one of the people that streamed his home live. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Expose their home address to keep them off somebody's channel. And everybody's sitting there lying. I wonder who did that. But somebody knows who it was.
She will, as long as it's in her favor.
And it wasn't just one. So there is that. That is absolutely appalling. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter whether you like somebody, dislike somebody or not. You don't get to make decisions like that. And that right there
Mhm.
is cartel like, mafia like. You don't dictate for somebody else where they can go and what they can do. And if they don't agree with you, you're going to destroy them.
What?
You know?
I don't believe that was said. I don't. You busted yourself, Betty. You said it was because I let him know about you and Tony. I wouldn't have reached out to him. But I also don't believe he was coming up either. I think that that's what you guys were trying to do. I just don't think it was ever a for sure thing. And also, I have a question for you, Betty. Now, this is really weird because I was reading through the lawsuit. You know, your frivolous lawsuit, your last filing, because we're going to go over a little bit of it. I got some clips to show people with them emails. Oh, my Lord. That she wrote to the lawyer. No, 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 Bets. So, I got a question. How is it that a week prior to this coming out about Joe Petito, you put him in your frivolous lawsuit? Huh, Betty? You put him and his daughter in your frivolous lawsuit when they have nothing to do with it. You think maybe he got tipped off about that? Do you really think he wants to have anything to do with the channel that you're a part of in any way? Just saying. But don't you think it's a little convenient, a little weird, that a week prior to Joe supposedly coming up and then being threatened, as you call it, and stuff, you were talking about him and you put him in your frivolous lawsuit? Mm-hmm. Talk about manufactured crap. There you go.
No? Like I said, I went ahead and tested those waters.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody tried to destroy me, and they're in a lawsuit right now because of it. And they can say it's frivolous all day long that they want. But they also, their attorney also said that I would be gone in 30 days. Well, we're over a year and I'm still here.
Only because the judge hasn't canceled you completely yet, and he will. Your first lawsuit was dismissed, all but 2 counts, which wouldn't have went further than discovery, which you refused to cooperate with. So then you did exactly what the judge told you not to do, and you refiled the same frivolous crap. It is frivolous, Betty. And the chain of emails that I'm reading through right the chain of emails that I'm reading through right now between you and that lawyer is a saint. I'm telling you, he's a saint. You should be sanctioned for the way you treat and disrespect that lawyer and the court. I'm hoping that the judge has just finally had enough of you. And this gets dismissed promptly because it's bullshit.
So I don't think that it's just going away. You know?
Katie.
And people doing this are playing, because not only is that criminal, that's civil. You're breaking the law. I know nobody cares about it. They think, oh, it's just YouTube stuff. No, there are literally laws against it.
Betty, you lied to the court over and over and over again. You trespassed in Tennessee onto the property. I have video proof of it, Betty. You break the laws. You don't think filing fraudulent stuff in court's going to get you in trouble? Girl, you better get them boots on and strap them up because you're going to need them. I think the court's going to have enough of you. And I hope that you have to pay Queen Bee every damn penny that lawyer was paid. Every penny. Because you should. You're the one who keeps dragging it out to make it go on, Betty. You refiled a frivolous lawsuit full of lies after being told not to. And you still have not done what the court has ordered you to do. How long do you think they're going to let you waste their time? You've been given so much grace because you're pro se, but I think that's at the end. I think you pulled that rope too much. Mm-hmm.
You need to check yourself. If you're trying to say and sit up on that pedestal.
Yeah, everybody, please hit that like so we can get this video in their algorithm. And if you're not subbed up, please sub up. I am so close to 3K. I didn't check it today, or but YouTube's hitting people with reused content like crazy. So I do check for any emails from them. But anyway, I don't know how Betty gets away with it. But
and say you don't break the law.
Abuse of
yet
the
you're
court
engaging
system.
in this. You are breaking the law. I want to make sure.
She is, Jennifer. She really is. In my opinion, I agree. She is. I'm getting there. Not yet, Doxy. I'm getting there. I'll check it just to see. I'm curious. Now that I brought it up, because I forgot, I didn't even look today. I didn't see any emails, so I didn't look. And all I did was go to the. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. They didn't put it back in the. They didn't. Nope. What the hell, YouTube? It's not even. Why is it not even showing? I'm live right now. That is really weird. Anyway, I need. I got 2119 or 2,914. So I am close. I cannot believe that. That just blows my mind. Heck, I cried when I reached 2K or 2,500. Never thought I'd even get there. All right, computer, I'm ready to throw you. If you better not even go out. Come on. All right. Oh, you piece of crap. You're really pissing me off. All right, stay there.
Everybody's very well aware of that. If you don't believe me, you need to look up the law.
Oh, we do?
Very clear. Very clear.
Did you look it up and actually, oh, I hate this damn thing. I got to move this computer. It's driving me nuts. I think that's what it is. It's where I got it sitting. I'm waiting on the charger. I did finally find one. It was more than I wanted to pay, but I've already got so much into this, I had no choice. But I'm waiting on the new charger. Damn thing emptied my cash app card. I was pissed. After spending $200 something to get it fixed. Anyway. Betty. But now, like you said, yeah, I bought a cheap computer because, you do what you gotta do. But after I just had it fixed, the dude said now, with the money you got into it, you actually have, because of what he did to the system, you actually have a good computer now that would cost somebody $600-700. I'm like, oh, okay. But yet, I still need a freaking charger. But yeah, I got one. It's coming. It's just going to take 10 days. Look at Amazon. It's a company. Anyway.
This is supposed to be about Sebastian, not subscriptions or memberships. Exactly. It shouldn't be about clicks. Like I've always stated, if you give a good product, people will come. No matter what. If you are authentic and you go out there and you get it, people will come. You don't need to fight over clicks and views. You don't need to fight over this. You don't need to fight over that. You don't need to be somebody you're not. You can still have your moral compass and still do your job well and within what you are capable of doing and do it successfully. But many people get into this thing where they feel like they need to be part of a clique. Because our society tells us that we need to worry about everybody else besides our own selves. Sacrificing our own selves, making our own selves unhappy, uneasy, and filled with anxiety. I don't do that. I worry about myself. If I can help somebody else, that's what I do.
Casual art. Thank you so much. Thank you for the cash app. And I sure will. The kids will get every penny of it. Thank you very much. That is so sweet.
But as far as having to have a whole bunch of people that give me accolades and stuff like that, I do what I think is right all the time, whether I get the accolades or not. And this is one of those things where I just wish other people would step up to the plate and do the same thing, but they don't, because they have to be, the breaking of the news and this, that, and the other, and they sacrifice themselves for all of this YouTube and social media stuff to try to be better or whatever, or get the numbers. You know, what's that 100,000 doing for JS for Justice anyways? What
did she just, do you own, what did you just say? Are you serious? Are you really freaking serious right now? Betty, you have done exactly that since the day you've been on YouTube. Do you not remember, just not too long ago, how you ran with an alleged sighting of Layla Centinella while you were live? Remember that whole mess, Betty? Which was a setup by you, was fake. Remember how you came out with breaking news because you had to be the first one to break the news with Brandy, with Monkey Vaughn's case? Remember how she had to make a video, Betty, about you and what you did? Because you couldn't take a minute. A minute. You had to be the first one. Girl, you need to shut up, because this is exactly all the crap you do daily. You bet nothing and you run with everything. And yes, Betty, you very much care about your numbers. You're all about your numbers.
What's it doing for us? Doing absolutely nothing. It's a number. Look at her views. And they've been like that for a really long time. And the only time she can actually get a click or a view is having Sebastian's name in it or having my name in it.
Oh, my Lord.
Just saying. They could have done it
So
the right.
you're telling me the only time she gets views is if she has your name or Sebastian's name in it? Well, you know, on her main channel, I don't know her that well, but I don't recall seeing your name anywhere. I don't recall her doing lives about you. Betty, you don't bring the numbers like you think. You're not all that, Betty. You're not all that.
Way and just advocated for the boy and been truthful about what was going on in the case, but they couldn't do that. They were unprofessional and they treated a disabled man like crap. And he happens to be a victim and the biological father of the kid that's missing.
How is he disabled? What? Now she's saying Seth is disabled? How is he disabled? And a victim of his own doing? What the hell are you talking about, Betty? He is not disabled.
It's to me appalling behavior. But then it gets back to Don B, right? I mean, I was trying to caution Don B yesterday about what he was saying, and I was trying to be friendly with him, and he took it out of context and decided to be rude and poke at me and be nasty.
Okay.
And so
it is not being nasty and rude, Betty, whenever he responded back to you being an asshole. I don't know Don B. I don't watch him. I'm aware of his shenanigans. I don't think he's any different than her. But she ran her mouth about him. She wasn't respectful, but because he didn't do what Betty wanted, he is no good, and she unsubbed, and she's trying to get her chat to unsub him as well. And that's wrong. I will never ask you guys to unsub anybody. That is your own choice, who you choose to watch and don't watch, or who you choose to sub to or don't sub to. I don't have the right to ask you to not sub to someone. I'm not your mama. And just because I don't want someone or I don't sub to someone doesn't mean that you should.
I ended up unsubscribing in him and just like saying, fly with the birds. I won't be back. And I'm not going to.
All because he didn't agree with you, Betty.
But at the end of the day, I've always maintained he's not somebody that fabricates information. He's not, Team JLR, so you don't have to worry about that. And so he doesn't fabricate the information, but he was talking to the wrong people, and that's why I was trying to tell him, like, you need to call law enforcement. And
and you know what? I want to show you guys something. in a minute because Betty, we all have heard her. She has been ranting and raving about forensics being done. I got something to show you. We'll get there
thought
in
I
a
said
minute.
Sumner County, but maybe I just said law enforcement because they're the ones with the information. Sorry, news don't. You may think the news knows everything. They do not. Okay, I can promise you they do not. That's exactly why I'm in business.
You're not news. You're not the media. Shut up. Law enforcement didn't give you or Don B any significant details in an open, active investigation. Sorry.
So I wouldn't have called there. I would have called Sumner County, and then I found out he called Hendersonville, which again, Hendersonville was involved. They're not involved in the investigation. And there's a lot of
You're right,
confidentiality in
Michelle.
these types of investigations. That's why they have teams. So it's like their teams aren't sharing case.
You enjoy your dinner, Gma. That's awesome. You get to have dinner with your mom. That's sweet. That's awesome. Enjoy your day.
Information with one another, and they're not sharing their private
Yeah, I was gonna
case notes
say
with.
I'm not aware. I mean, I just recently, been paying attention over there, so I'm really not aware of her firing up live after live doing drama. I'm just I'm not. I didn't even know she had another channel until I seen her mention it somewhere. Someone mentioned it somewhere. So, but yeah, and she did the right thing. Why put it on her main channel and let Betty get that attention? I don't blame her for doing it that way. I think that was a good thing to do, honestly. But Betty has been throwing shit, little, been going at saying stuff about Jay for quite a while, and as far as I knew, as far as I could see, Jay didn't bother with Betty, didn't respond. But then when you go to the point where Betty's gone, then you have to. You have to. When she starts bringing your family into it and your marriage and all that stuff, I totally get why she did. And good for her for doing it and standing up for herself. That's how I look at it. I mean, no one has a right to do that to anyone. Hey, Paige.
Somebody in Hendersonville Police Department. They're using them as a resource. Like if they have to search or they need something looked into or they need somebody to be brought in or they just need, like Sumner County is going to go into their jurisdiction to speak with somebody. They
Welcome
may
in,
assist.
Paige.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. That's one thing. But people don't understand that there are jurisdictions. There are chains of commands. This is not willy-nilly. This is the law enforcement.
Oh,
They have
shut
absolute
up.
policies and procedures and protocols. And one of the main things is ethics and confidentiality and
Betty,
keeping things
you
close to
don't
the chest.
know or
So they're
nor
not going to be
understand.
advertising this
You
to this
think that you
person, this
read
person, this
something,
outfit, this outfit,
you
this
don't
outfit, and then expecting it all to be
comprehend the
contained.
law that you
It
read.
doesn't work
That's
that
just
way.
it.
So when he
You
said he
don't
talked to
comprehend what you read.
Hendersonville Police
You are
Department,
not
they're the
this
wrong body
legal
to be
expert.
talking to. But
Stop
it sounds
lying
like
to
he may have gotten
everybody.
some information
You've
he
never
wasn't supposed
been
to get. Like they had
on
found
point
something in
on
the
a case.
backyard.
You've
This is
been
the
so
first we
far
ever
off,
heard of
it's not
that.
even funny.
The reason why I'm
You
honing in on
don't
that
get
is because I
anything
don't know
right.
Don B
You
to make
spread
up crap.
misinformation.
Okay, I'm
Shut up.
sorry. We may disagree on the information or where he got the information or something like that, but I can tell you the man doesn't make up anything. Okay, so if he says he called somebody, he called somebody. If he spoke to somebody, he said he spoke to, then he spoke to that person. Okay, he's not one of these creators that fabricate information. He truly does do what he says he's doing. So I don't worry with him. I just worry where he got the information. And like I said, and I was cautioning that yesterday, that, he's speaking to the wrong people and he's getting the wrong information.
my
The reason why I know
Lord.
that is because I know the information. And I'm
No,
not
you
going to tell him
don't.
the information because there's no point arguing with him. I was just, nudging him to get the information from legitimate resources so he could tell his audience the corrected information. And then, he goes out there and it's breaking news that TBI has taken over this investigation. Well, no, they haven't. And that's not even what this lady said. That's just the information he garnered from what the lady said. The lady said pretty much TBI has taken over this investigation. Pretty much means they're doing a lot of work on it, but it's still in the jurisdiction of Sumner County. And then, of course, I was trying to avoid him getting egg on his face.
You don't know any information, Betty, because law enforcement's not going to tell you anything that they haven't put out to the public. Betty.
Then, Nick Barris runs an article, and had it been me that did that huge mistake, it would have been, everybody under the sun would talk about how I'm just doing it for a click and view. It was clickbait. And, I just didn't want Don having to go through all of that. And I was trying to help him and he turned it around and made it a horrible
You were trying
thing.
to help him by going at him. Okay.
And so, I just fine, I won't be back on your channel. I won't give you any kind of information. Do your thing. Good luck. Apparently, I'm the only one that's attacked on these platforms if the information is wrong. I guess everybody else
No,
can, pass
I'm
around.
sure there's plenty of channels that review him. I'm not I'm not that familiar with him. I've seen clips of him and things he's done. I put him in the same boat as you. But maybe now I will take a look at him, Betty.
Information and be just fine. I was just looking out for him, trying to, anyways. But screw it. Maybe it's just good to keep in my own lane. I just didn't want misinformation going around, which had happened. So whatever. It kind of sucks there, but I still believe that he was told that there was something found in the backyard, and that's new information we have not
I don't believe
heard or
that.
received. I tried.
I don't. Why would law enforcement tell them details that they have not released to the public? I don't understand that. But okay.
Reach out,
I don't.
and I did send Tony a message to find out if Seth had an opportunity to speak with law enforcement. I don't know if they just can't tell me, but he never responded back. So it just might be one of those things where it's confidential and I can't know what those conversations were or something, which is fine. But they did get all the
Everyone thinks that Seth has stepped away from Betty. I don't. They need Betty. They need Betty to keep pushing their narratives about Chris and Katie because they know there's no lengths she won't go to. There's nothing she won't say.
information that I had received, from Don, and not, I wasn't the only one sending it to him. Apparently, there was a few people that were sending it over to him, asking him and questioning about the new information, and so it just is what it is. But the Lore Lodge, what I like about the Lore Lodge is that they've pretty much corroborated. They're a larger channel than we are, and they've pretty much corroborated a lot of the information that we've been saying on this channel for literally a really long time. We've been talking about the issues with Katie and Chris long before the law enforcement counterparts on this channel have, talked about it. They were, well, we really don't know. We should come up to judgment. I'm like, sorry, I've done the research. I'm allowed to come up with my conclusion. Why? Because I did the research.
You didn't do any research, you lying sack of shit. All you do is run with gossip and rumors from Facebook groups and stuff. You don't do no real research. If you did, you'd know what the rest of us know. There's no evidence of a crime being committed, Betty. There's no evidence that any of the parents are involved or that there's foul play.
If I was still sitting here reading just the news, it'd be one thing. But it's not like that. I got my boots on the ground. I asked questions. I talked to people. I got a lay of the land. I got an up close and personal preview of Chris, Katie, and the Bauer Sox personalities and behaviors. Okay? Like, I'm allowed to come up with my own conclusion for my own work and my own work product. And so, I'm sorry.
You don't state it as opinion. You state it as fact. You have swore up and down with 100% certainty that that's Kathy Bowersock's vehicle. That was her there. And it's not. And you've been debunked even by your own friends. I still love that Spanky called you bullhorn strangler. But even he said you were lying, Betty.
I was on. There's
Nana.
something sneaking to hide.
Hey, Nana. How are you? Welcome to Poolside, Nana. You are officially a Poolside misfit. We're the best misfits on the YouTube streets.
Heaven here, long before our law enforcement counterparts on these platforms, came to Jesus. And so now we have the Lore Lodge looking into it. Apparently, he must be pretty good at what he does. He has good numbers. He seems like he's very truthful. He seems like he keeps very calm. It seems like he keeps very factual. And so hearing him call Christopher Proudfoot a liar was welcoming news.
That's why she likes this Lore Lodge, because he called Chris Proudfoot a liar. Not because he's factual, because he don't know any more than anybody else. But that is why she likes Lore Lodge, because he called Christopher Proudfoot a liar. She tells on herself if you just listen to her for a minute. Oh, that's good, Nana. Hey, Chris, how are you? 2.5 more hours in me? Oh, I don't. Man, I wish I could have, but when I was working the floors and stuff, or at the ER or on the unit, out in the field on the unit, there wasn't YouTube. Man, if there would have been, that would have been nice. But in the ambulance hall, we did have um, some pinball machines and a couple old uh, arcade games to entertain us. It used to be sad because you don't want no one to get sick or get hurt. But after sitting there for hours, you just want to call, you know? But of course, the call would come when you go order your lunch and you pay for it. And then you got to leave before your food's done. And yeah, that happens. But yeah.
Solidified because people beat us
Hey,
up
Miss
all the time
Fletcher.
because we do take bold positions from the work that we do. And
Cash.
did they go quiet? Yeah, they went dark. The Proudfoots and the Bower Sox are dark.
They did not, Betty. They have never been on panel after panel after panel in chat after chat. They just not. They've done a few. They are doing exactly what law enforcement wants them to do. They are working hand in hand with law enforcement. How do you think Sebastian's flyers got in all the Walmarts? How do you think that happened, Betty? His mother.
um, Kathy Bower Sox, she came out with the roundup. My car was in the driveway and I've got video evidence to prove it. And it's like, okay, so why? I know nobody's going to believe me. Well, we're not going to believe you, but certainly we would believe the video evidence that you have. So why are you sitting here talking instead of showing, right?
Because she doesn't have to prove anything to you or anyone else. The only people that need to know and be aware of her whereabouts at that time is law enforcement. And I'm sure they are. But you, it's none of your damn business. Doesn't matter if she was here or in Timbuktu. It's not your business.
I mean, that's my response. Like, what? Why are you sitting here talking?
Hey,
None
Glory,
of us would believe
good
a
to
darn
see
thing
you.
you say. Why don't you just prove it to us? Prove it to us. So I don't know. It was definitely a full-size SUV that was seen on the outside of their house. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was a full-size SUV. It was not a pickup truck, and it was...
You're wrong. There is a lot of ifs, ands, buts about it. It is not a full size SUV. It appears to be a pickup truck. You don't know if it has anything to do with Sebastian because the date and time, the timestamps didn't work. There was no date or timestamp. It was messing up. It was stuck. It didn't work. You have no idea. And you only have a very small portion of a 15-minute video that you can't tell what's what. I mean, come on, Betty. Even Spanky come out and proved you were wrong. Spanky. But here you are still running with it. Sack of shit.
It's not a car.
Hey,
it was not a garbage truck either. Apparently, the garbage truck did come through, and it came through about 2 hours after that vehicle was seen. Now, law enforcement tried to convince the lady, Miss Bobby, and the person that had the video that that car was an Uber driver. Well,
I don't believe anything Bobby said because she didn't have no real information and she wasn't honest. And she got all her info from JLR's Facebook group and JLR, who she's a fan of. So there's that.
Well, these ladies know exactly who ordered an Uber. The community's not that big, okay? It's not this huge community. I don't know how many houses it's got, but...
Okay, Betty, how would they know? They're not the Uber company. They wouldn't know. Bobby don't even live beside the Bowers or the Proudfoots. She lives way away from them. She would have no idea 2 streets over who ordered an Uber and who didn't. Nobody would. It's not your business. That's private.
It's not a huge community, okay? Everybody kind of knows everybody.
No, that's not true. Because even your Miss Bobby says she's never even met the Proudfoots. All people got to do is listen to you because you tell on yourself. You contradict yourself regularly.
Very welcoming. They just don't seem very neighborly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, really. I got a question for you, Betty. Good question, Scooter. My chat and me have a question for you. Since you know it all and you got this case solved, where's Sebastian? Why have you not brought him home? I mean, since you saying stuff with 100% certainty, where is he? Maybe you should let people know where he is so he can be brought home safe. Just saying. Because that's all I want to see. I want to see all this stop, and I want to see that little boy come home and live out a very long life. That's what I want. And in a perfect world, I would want the family to band together in support of him and not fight with each other, which is one thing you should be supporting, but you don't. You want that divide. In fact, you want that divide so large that you're willing to push it to keep it going.
They seem friendly. There's a difference between being friendly and being neighborly. Okay. And I just don't, they don't give, it doesn't give me the warm neighbor community vibe. One of the reasons why it doesn't give me that warm community neighbor vibe is because nobody gives a shit about Sebastian Rogers, period.
Because nobody would talk to you. So they're no good. And they're not friendly because they didn't want the likes of you in their neighborhood. Guess what? I got some awesome neighbors. I've lived here almost 18 years. And I also have not so awesome neighbors, and that's okay. I may not be their cup of tea either. I mean, they hear my mouth yelling all the time, I'm sure. I'm a yeller. But anyway, they just didn't like you, Betty. And I can tell you, my neighborhood wouldn't like you either. They wouldn't be welcoming. In fact, you'd be escorted out. And I'd be in the front of that escort.
Nobody. His parent, his mom and stepdad don't. The people in the community don't. Nobody cares. I mean, they say they care.
I don't.
But
I don't bother my neighbors. Their life is their business. A lot of my neighbors, people work. Most people work two jobs. I have neighbors that work 3 jobs. You do what you got to do to pay your, to make ends meet. It's not easy to live. Fuck, I have to go to the grocery store and I freaking dread it, man. I dread it. But and now I got to start buying for school lunches all over again. But it's actually more because at home for lunches I can make this stuff and it's not pre-prepared, or not like stuff were in their lunch boxes. So it's actually a little less. But when they go to school, it's gonna it's a little more because there's different things for the lunch boxes, and then they have it's a whole shit show. But I make sure my kids eat because if I didn't send them lunch, they wouldn't eat. They don't like, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't eat that shit either. They serve them. It's not real food. It's garbage. It's just like the jail food. I'm not kidding you. It's gross. The only day that's good is pizza day because they get Domino's.
I'm not a words person. I'm kind of an actions person, and their actions don't go with their words. If they cared or even gave a crap about this kid, you would see some type of
tater tots and chicken gravy. Oh, see, y'all been making me hungry.
Ribbons up for him. You'd see some people having green lights in their lights there just to remember. Please don't tell me you took my underwear out in the living room.
Okay. I got a question. And I need a serious answer. You grown ass woman. What the hell are your dirty things doing laying around the floor in the first place? And okay, why would you put it, hey mystery, and why would you, hey Dorsey, hey Casper, and why would you put it on YouTube? Because you want the haters to make clips of you saying it because it brings you attention. It brings you views, Betty.
Give me a second. Those are off limits. Those are off limits. I guess I got my little pile separated for laundry, and I just happened to, she caught me right on the corner of the eye, and I saw her in the white pile.
Wait a minute. Are you still in the same clothes you were in yesterday? You are. Yikes. Okay.
And sure enough, she took my dirty underwear.
And she was in the hallway with TMI.
No. I kissed those lips. Okay. So no. And we're going to have to get some doggy toothbrush.
Miss Pet Mom of the Year, you don't have a toothbrush for your dog? I brush my dog's teeth. I have since I got him. They even have doggy toothpaste if you don't want to use human toothpaste. See, I trained mine to human toothpaste. Fuck spending $11 for doggy toothpaste. But my cat gets his teeth cleaned too, Betty. If not, you're gonna be, their teeth will rot just like ours. Just saying. You better get your puppy a toothbrush.
No privacy anymore. No peace. No, I do get peace. She's so cute. Her and I sleep together. She fell asleep for a little bit.
Hey,
she's
Deborah.
So cute. She's so cute when she sleeps. Not so much when she's not asleep, but when she's sleeping, she's
so I wouldn't have announced that either.
I think I like her the best when she's sleeping.
I'm sorry, but there's just some things. There's just some things that, you just don't need to put out on social media, on your YouTube live. But Betty doesn't, so she's clipped. Because Betty doesn't care if it's positive or negative attention. All she sees is views. Then she can brag. She makes so much in AdSense money. Oh, boy.
Kind of in the one spot. So sorry you guys had to hear that, but I just happened to know. She did it right in front of me, too. I saw something there, and I'm like, it took me a second. And I looked down, and I'm like, I know. I know what I got to, it's just me here. So I know what
that's one of the first signs. Well, maybe not some of yeah. But she never really took care of herself beforehand. So maybe not in her case, but, not combing your hair, not, making sure you're presentable before you fire up a live, wearing the same clothes for several days in a row is usually, that could be looked at as a sign of some type of depression, Betty. That, you're followed into a hole. I don't know. But you didn't really take care of yourself to begin with. So maybe not in your case. I'm probably wrong. And it is just my opinion.
Laundry looks like, okay? And I know exactly what was there. And what was there was missing. Quit laughing. Quit laughing. It's Saturday. I'm not through all of my chores yet, okay? I gotta entertain the masses, too. But don't forget to hit the thumbs up, okay? If nothing more, hit the thumbs up for Delilah, okay? She is a cutie pie. And she's doing really good. Look at her. She's running right. And she's not doing that. She's just getting. And so anyways, so the Lore Lodge is going through all of this stuff. And he's like, I went through all these interviews and stuff like that. And he gets down and he starts saying, Chris, I can't remember how he said it, but he's like, Chris is lying. And he says it just like that.
She didn't really go watch this channel. Listen to what Betty says. Apparently, I'm guessing one of her mods sent her a clip of this Lore Lodge guy saying Chris is a liar. That's all that got her excited. Look at how excited she is because someone called Chris Proudfoot a liar. That's all it's about. She didn't go research shit on this channel. Hey, Marie.
Chris is lying. And so he actually believes Chris was not in his camper on the 25th. And I kind of believe he left his camper late on the 25th and into the early morning hours of the 26th, because I think all of the information kind of bodes that way. I feel like if he was at the home on Stafford, there would have been no need for a 3-hour phone call conversation, and there would have been no excuse.
Betty, shut up. So you think, because you think he's actually agreeing with something you put out, and you tried to put that out and it didn't go nowhere. Because, law enforcement is well aware where Chris was. You can bet they were well aware where everybody was. They did confiscate everybody's electronics. Anyway, you're wrong. You're wrong. But okay. As far as what we know from law enforcement and stuff as of now, you're wrong. And until law enforcement comes out and says different, I don't believe you.
Exterior lights that were leaving the Proudfoot home and going to the anonymous. That's not your toy. Karma's mom. Oh, Abigail, is the, let me go and check. Is the closed caption on this one as well? I didn't check the.
He did. Apparently, he did. Yeah, someone sent it to me too. Which I because Betty was talking about it, not because. But so what if he did? I mean, a lot of people. He's entitled to his opinion. I mean, but to Betty, that just got she got her rocks off because somebody, another creator called Chris Proudfoot a liar. I mean, she lit up like a Christmas tree, and that is the only reason she even acknowledged that channel exists.
Closed caption. I'm so sorry. Let me see what I can do here.
Oh, don't.
Hopefully, you don't know how to do the Abigail, because I
Oh, Betty.
I'm on my phone today. I have to do a little research. Caption. You know what I learned today is because I was watching. Do you know it's the ninth leading currency in the world is Bitcoin? I did not know that. I remember that it used to be very finicky, and that's why I always stayed away from it. But I was watching the Bitcoin thingy today, and that's why I was
no,
late.
thank
And I was
you.
did a
I won't
TikTok.
take
I haven't
part
been
in
on
that.
TikTok in several days, and I wanted to, I do have subscribers, not very many subscribers over there, but I do have some paid subscribers over on TikTok, and so
Not very many. You lying sack of shit. You have more haters on TikTok than you do anywhere. In fact, some of your haters on TikTok follow you over here just to leave shit on your videos. Stop it. They chased you off TikTok. That's why you ran to YouTube. Because you had so many haters over there and they doxed your ass and put out your criminal record and everything because of the crap you were doing over there. Betty, you need to learn how to tell the truth. It is Sunday. You could at least try to tell the truth on a Sunday. I mean, make an attempt. But who are you bullshitting? Anybody that watches any of your TikTok, go look at some of the comments, Betty. Do I need to do a TikTok special for you and show what some of your comment sections look like? I will do that. That's going to take a little bit of work though, so you're going to owe me, Betty. You better hope I get a view or two because it's going to take several hours, but I'm going to do it. I am really, truly going to do it just to prove your ass wrong yet again with receipts. Because unlike you, I bring receipts when needed, and I'll bring them, and I'm going to do it. I am going to go through her TikTok with a fine tooth comb, and I'm going to make a video of all her TikTok haters.
I like to go over there every now and again. I was using I utilize that platform more on newer cases and getting attention to them and driving people to the cases.
No, your welcome is wearing out again on TikTok because for the longest time, Betty, you didn't do a whole bunch on your TikTok because you thought by waiting, a year or two, things had calmed down, and for a minute it seemed that way, didn't it, Betty? But the more you amped it up over there, and the more shit you were causing over there, it's everybody came right back. Betty, and it's it's your pattern. You got into enough shit over there. You caused a bunch of shit over there. You're jumping in between people's situations over there. It's time for you to depart from TikTok and not upload so much. You never leave completely. You'll still upload here and there, but not like you've been. And this is what you do. It's your pattern. But you better be careful because I wouldn't blame Jay for justice at all if she tried to strike your ass after the stuff you said about her and her family, to report the nasty, vile things you were saying. She has every right to do that. And let me guess, Betty, who do you think YouTube's going to look at? Not going to be Jay. She didn't do it. Jay has a big channel, Betty. You did it. And whatever your consequences, you'll have to sit there and put your big girl pants on and take it. So you need to start chilling. You just think you're acting just like Molly. You think because you got a couple thousand subs in the last few months because people are new and don't know you, won't last. But you're getting too big for your britches now. You have went to levels that I didn't even know existed because I thought you went as low as could low be. But you just are pushing that. You're going to cancel yourself just like your BFF Malls did.
But here lately, with everything going on, I really I've only been doing the lives so I can bring the videos over here on YouTube and not really advocating to.
Yeah, it's reused content, Betty. Thanks for admitting that.
The broader base, because I really don't get a lot of views unless I'm out in the field on TikTok. So
Betty, you don't get a lot of views anyway. Oh my god.
the three little dots at the top of your right of your phone.
So
you should get a
Betty's wore out her welcome for the second time on TikTok.
caption. You should get captions there. Well, she did that yesterday.
And that's why she's suing him.
She couldn't. It wouldn't give her the closed. It wouldn't give her the caption. But I wasn't. I'm kind of iffy. He's a realtor down in the Fort Myers area. Are you ready to get up here, or you want me to go play with you? It's her. Down in the Fort Friends that does very, very well for himself, and he's a realtor down in the Fort Myers area. Are you ready to get up here, or you want me to go play with you? What would you like? You're cold? Give me a second. She's cold. She's got to get up here and get up under the bed. But she did so well. She did so well.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, she wants to get
the grift is on. You should have called that.
How much should good car insurance cost you a month?
Should have called that puppy Grifty, because you use her to grift, and as long as she's making you money, you'll be good to her. So I'm glad she's making you money.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
All right, just don't eat everything.
Because she's a sweetheart, Betty, and you best never be mean to that puppy. You best never be, because that puppy is adorable.
Okay, we got nothing here for you to eat.
Hey, Debbie Doodles.
Here's a sock. Here's a sock.
Yeah, unsupervised maniac. She did it. I shared it on my community tab. She did a fantastic video on T-Rev 757. You guys got to check it out. It is good. And the receipts are all there, as always with Maniac. Unsupervised always puts out factual stuff. But I do enjoy her channel, and I enjoy her videos. She does a really good job. But she did a fantastic video about T-Rev 757. I've watched it twice.
Say hi. She was jumping on me, so I'll live right now, so don't mind her.
And I shared it on my community tab. But if somebody wants to drop unsupervised link
$50
to that video, go for it.
$50 a month, children, right? Certainly, you guys, if you take a match to $50, you can just throw it into Bitcoin, right, instead of taking a match to it. So numbers scare me. I've never
Betty,
been
Bitcoin. Go ahead, Betty. Never mind. I take that back. It's fantastic. You'll make yourself a millionaire. Drop all your cash into it. Go for it. Oh, I can't wait to see the meltdown she's going to be having over that.
She's good at math. Oh, I love math. When I was younger, I was kind of excelled. I was in.
Oh, you kind of excelled. You dropped out in 10th grade. Shut up. If you were excelling at school, you wouldn't have dropped out in 10th grade. And if you were excelling to the point that you claim, you could have asked to be tested to graduate, Betty. If you had enough credits, and if you were excelling like you always claim, then you would have had enough credits. Stop lying to people.
And I was very good at it.
Hey,
I'm sure it's like riding a bike.
Picklebird.
Not. My worst subject in school was history.
Don't get me started about bikes. And, I'm still upset about that lady hitting me, destroying my bike, scarring me up, and not even replacing my cheap ass bike. And it wasn't even an expensive one. But anyway, go ahead.
Now history I really do enjoy. It's kind of crazy how I hated history in school. And when I say hate, I hated history.
Oh, who cares?
I had a passion. We didn't have reality law things. We had Perry Mason and Columbo.
Betty, I'm older than you by like 16 years. Shut up. Shut up.
And Murder, She Wrote. And I watched them all religiously. That's what we had. We didn't have really a whole lot of crime stuff. Back in my growing up and being out in Mayaca City, my grandfather had,
Oh, no, sir, Tiffany. I found a channel that's done an 11-part series on him. My mind is, oh, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yep, I think I know who you're talking about. Betch. Yep. Mm-hmm. I told you. It's a rabbit hole and a half, honey. And then it brings in the rest of the players, and they're just as bad. And I had to use a rope to get the hell out of there because in mine was the, and that was the first time when just reviewed him under problematic YouTubers. And that upload I did about his fake cancer and all that, and the unalignment and all that crap, and the scamming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you get involved. Then the other players, and you see all the stuff going on. It's like it's like a zoo of the insane.
So it was.
We'll throw you a life rope. You're gonna need a life raft. You were fried. Hey, Seeker, I'm back. Just took. Oh, it gets worse. There's so much, Tiffany. I mean, it goes back years. This is the dude that they did one of those change.org petitions and tried to cancel. It gets, it goes back and it goes deep, and they are. Oh, it's a whole shit show.
Old westerns most of the time until Perry Mason, Columbo,
Oh,
Andy Warwick
shut
was.
up,
I
Betty.
never.
She's full of shit.
I remember my sister was having problems with equations, and I'm like, well, come over here. I said, really? How can I not help you? Are you looking at? And she's, you know, she's doing equations. You don't do it like just change, educating a whole generation of kids. Like who thought of this nonsense?
Mm-mm.
It needs to go. I guess that's why a lot of parents are homeschooling their kids. I don't.
Betty, you don't have kids. You never did. You've dropped out of high school in 10th grade. Your words, not mine. You've said it many, 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 many times. You would have no idea how it works. Just saying.
Don't know. Do I? Am I like? Yeah. Here's a. I stick it in her mouth. Over the show. I mean, very well. Can't even see her. See that? I don't know if this is her right now.
Why are you showing your bed?
Won't leave me alone. She's just stay off lodge, but it looks like Delilah has other ideas for. Seem like she wants. I've got a living chew toy for. I had my legs out in front of me, and she just jumps over it. And Lisa and I did a double take, but I did want to tell you thank you so much for not expected rather. You know, I appreciate everything that you've done. So there is that. There is that. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to rating. Well, if you want be back, I don't know what time it is right through. Soothe. I don't know what to tell you, honey. You're going to have to sell the stuff that I really do need to go over. And I also want to go through. Actually, you know what? She can just wait because I do have a lot of stuff that I really do need to go over. You're just going to have to self-soothe. I don't know what to tell you, honey. You're going to have to self-soothe. So one of the things I've been going through is because I've been looking at, Eric Craddock, where I'm trying to find some information, and there are some things that I don't think I queued up.
Oh my God. So what she's doing is there's nothing new. There's no new content or nothing in Sebastian Rogers' case. So what she's doing is the same thing she did in the Idaho 4 case, same thing she does in every case. She's regurgitating everything 100 times and then regurgitating that again too. And she's making it sound like she found new stuff when it's nothing. I mean, she spent 3 weeks going out over some court filings that were just standard procedure that were nothing. And she would get 100 people in her chats because people got sick of it.
Down. But this is interesting.
Did you notice that Chris Proudfoot and Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock share a few common sayings? I want to hear from you in the comments.
Oh, that's not
this
it.
seems strange to me.
There's another one. Sorry, there was another one. That's not the one. There was another one that it's this one right here.
As of right now, I've talked to the FBI, I've talked to world-renowned detectives from the Middle Tennessee area, and every one of them has said we're doing everything that we should be doing. We're doing everything that we can. I'm open to ideas. If someone's got an idea that we're not applying yet, let me know. I'll apply. As of right now, I've talked to.
So it sounds like, he said world-renowned detectives. World-renowned detectives. So, all right,
he said oh my Lord, Betty. Watch the whole press conference. Oh my God.
I'm coming. So I do believe that they have stuff, and I know why they're keeping stuff from us. I get why they're keeping stuff from
because it's an active, open investigation. But Betty, if they've made it clear that there is no evidence of foul play, at least on the parents' part, they've made that clear. They have not changed their stance on that, Betty.
From us, I get why they're keeping.
Now, what's one thing that Betty has not mentioned this live that she's mentioned in every live for the last 2 weeks? And part of the reason she's doing this protest is demanding forensics. If you notice, she hasn't even mentioned that. I'm going to show you why in a minute.
Stuff from the family, but we do need to resolve. I hear you. I hear you. Give me a moment. We do need to resolve the forensic stuff. We are going
There
forward
we
August
go.
26th from 9 to 12. This is going to be after the vigil on August 24th, which the flyer will be coming out soon. All right, guys. Delilah is going to get her situated. I'm such a. Yes, thank you, Sandy. And we'll go back, and once she gets settled down, we'll have a better. We'll be better.
It's a puppy, Betty. You act like it's a kid that you have to hold and bottle feed and stuff. Stop it. I'm going to show you. Something here. Now you know in every live, in fact, Betty's done lives just about forensics being done. I'm going to show you. And of course, Betty's going to come out and say he's lying or that he doesn't know. But he meets with law enforcement. You know, it is what it is. She'll only use part of this post for a reason because it doesn't fit the narrative she's been spitting to get this so-called meeting of for cake and drinks and God knows what else at the police station. And then she wants to give them cake that's been sitting out all day. And yeah, they can't take anything that's opened, number one. And would you, if a bullhorn came into your police station, would you want to take that cake? I'm just saying. Hey, Chopper. But here's Nick Barris's post. And he said, the 15-year-old has now been missing for 5 months. Since he disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home, sadly, there is nothing new to report. He remains missing. In this information vacuum, rumors continue to run wild. Several of you messaged me today to say a YouTuber is reporting that TBI has taken over the investigation. He said no. He spoke with Sumner County Sheriff, who assured him that Sumner County remains the lead agency in the investigation. Nothing has changed. And of course, he said they work together, and of course they do. All right, just wait now. Now there's a comment section. Betty didn't bother to look at this, but I thought that at the beginning, and then I took it back. It's like, no. She was well aware of this. She just purposely didn't include any of it because it doesn't fit her narrative. The question is, Nick, do you know if any forensics were done in the house? Nick answered, in the house, yes. And Hope says, yes, thank you. So Nick Barris said that he is aware and he has asked. And there's Sebastian's fire. He needs to be brought home. He really needs to be brought home. Okay. Anyway. But that's why she won't bring that up. Because as I've been trying to tell her since she started bitching about man, her thumbnails are so gross. Look at how she does her thumbnails. She puts real life pictures and then she puts cartoon shit on them. You know? Sick bitch. Sick bitch.
In my Legoland, I'd ride on a
Oh, that's all I needed to see was a Legoland commercial right now. My little girl wants to go to the water park so bad. She'll get over it. Anyway, look at this. This is what I'm talking about.
Not good. Well, Metalassa, it's
Face,
nice to see you.
you can tell you just woke up. You don't wash your face. You don't comb your hair. I'm starting to worry about your emotional status, Betty. I don't know. But I'm backing you up, Betty. I don't know why we're going to fast forward through this too.
Handling the case.
Hey, Christina.
Like they're not the lead investigator. Sumner County's still the lead investigator. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah, don't you know, Thor? She is the best paralegal. Hey, Devious, ever. She is an expert, but yet she can't even fill out a court document right. But she's an expert. And tomorrow we're going to look at some of the emails because, oh, are they good? And with the lawyer, Betty. And I'm going to show you, Betty made some statements, off the wall statements. We're going to look at them, but then I'm going to show you what really happened. And you be the judge.
but we did get some information, and I'm trying to verify Sumner handling the case. But at the end,
She's going to regurgitate, guys. Get ready.
I'm still, but we do have some information. Handle it, or not something that mainstream media is really helping because social media. Anyways, long story short, and wrist packages. I'm going to get the package. I do have wristbands. I'm going to try to divide the wristbands into the packages. I'm going to get the packages together of how many flyers and wristbands. So
wait a minute. Seth gave you that stuff how long ago? Because you were supposed to immediately send it out to people, Betty. And you've talked about it several times, yet you still have not sent anybody anything. Because you hoard that shit. You got probably boxes or bins of that shit everywhere. And think you'd follow through with it, Betty.
Resolve later today. But anyways, long story short, if anybody doesn't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this case on social media, but because social media
claims she does look up the laws, Chopper, and she totally understands them, and she never breaks them. But I have video just a couple weeks ago of Betty on the what's property.
Has been dominating on this case. It's definitely not something that mainstream media is really helping out too much with. Either they just can't handle it, or for a variety of reasons. I don't know at this point. I really don't care about mainstream media.
Let's speed you up
Most
even
of us don't
more.
listen to them anyways. But we do.
I sped her up. Let me know if it's too much, and I'll turn it back down.
Have some information that came out. I'm still trying to validate the information that came out. What's came out recently is that TBI. We know TBI is not taking over the investigation. They were more of a resource. They probably do a lot. They probably have a lot of hands-on.
That's not new information. It's nothing that new that has come out. TBI has never been in charge of the case. That's not new, Betty. We can't help it if you people are idiots and don't want to listen and don't want to see rights in front of you. Now, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, you're a tunnel rat. You like to stay in that one-way tunnel. Yeah, there's that. But yeah.
Stuff that they're doing, but at the end of the day, they are just not handling the case. Like they're not the lead investigator. Sumner County's still the lead investigator. That's what I'm trying to say. So,
and guys, but we did get do me a favor, please hit that like if you haven't, so we can get this video in that algorithm. Sub up if you're not subbed up. We're close to 3K. Finally, I can't believe it. But and we have poolside memberships. You can be the best misfit on the YouTube streets. Seriously, we are the best over here.
Some information, and I'm trying to verify it because I've been asking Nick Barris, listen, for months, since April. What about the forensics? What about the forensics? What about the forensics? He will not address the forensics.
Betty, because he can't address them. He's not law enforcement, but he got his question answered. He's been saying forensics were done. You just wanted him to put all kind of detail to it that he is not willing to do because he doesn't have the info. Because law enforcement's not going to tell him what their forensics found in an active open case, Betty.
in any of his reporting, none. And
Mhm.
somebody asked him in one of the comments, "It has forensics been done at the house?"
And you
Forensics
know
been
why
done.
she's admitting this now? No, I just showed you the video yesterday because of what I put in her comment section with a screenshot. And it got deleted. But the screenshot was of the comment and Nick saying, yes, forensics has been done. She deleted that real quick. Hmm. But I knew she'd bring it up today because Betty's that easy. You go into her chat, or not her live chat because I don't do that, but into her comment sections, because I'm not sub to Betty. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sub to Betty. And you leave a comment about, well, here, this shows you where something was done. That comment will be deleted quick as shit, but you can bet her next live she going to use it. And she did.
And he says, of the house? Yes. And it's like, wait a minute. I've been literally asking this man for months about the forensics being done in the home and whether they have been done in the home. And he has not answered. He's not, hey, Phil, it's nice to see you.
That's funny. He has responded to everybody else's comments. I've commented on his page. He's responded back. It's funny yours hasn't been. Huh, Betty?
He has not answered and he's not responded back, nor has he provided any report. Like I went through every single news article and every single statement he's made, and not one time has he ever talked about the forensics. And then all of a sudden he answers a question: has the forensics been done at the house? Yes. Why has that not been reported when we've all been outraged for all of these months about the lack of forensics being?
No one has been carrying on about forensics but you, and it's only been for the last week or so because you're out of content and you're just regurgitating and regurgitating and regurgitating like you always do. Oh, but yeah, Betty, it's not a crime scene. Number one, there's been no crime committed, so there's that issue too. And law enforcement said there was no evidence of any foul play. You know, that might have been part of it. But what forensics they did run, they're not going to tell you because it's not none of your business.
Done. Oh, good morning, Big Mac Mike. Early? Yes,
Swiper,
yes. Well,
no
with
swiping.
butt munch. I've been getting up ridiculously early. Well, I used to get up ridiculously early. I've always gotten up
Dora the
ridiculously early. And then when I got
Explorer.
her, my ridiculously early started being more tired. So when she goes back to
that's
sleep
good,
after getting up at
Brittany.
3:30, I usually
That's
do too. I
sweet.
don't know why. It's something about her snuggling with me. It makes it a little harder to get out of bed. So
Drop your link,
she's
Brittany.
just chilling. She's just chilling. She's got the baby. She got the baby. And she's already went potty this morning. She's already had her breakfast. You want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi to everybody? There she is.
Okay, no.
Oh, maybe it's just hi.
That puppy is adorable.
But she was already up from about
you're
3:30
not.
on because she went out. She's already had a full. Guys, we're going to be going over to church night.
She's going
night
to
broadcast,
church.
and I like at the end of the day. So I just been rolling with it. I'm going to try to do a live tonight. It starts getting, and I wasn't even planning. I was going to do like 1 at 10. Maybe 10's just too late for me. So I got to space out my lives throughout the day so it hits at a better time than 10. I'm sorry.
How about just don't do 7 or 8 lives a day? That could be the answer.
So let me cover you up. Let me just cover you up with a pile of stuff. There we go. Hopefully that'll keep her. Yeah, she has a sleepy head. She's precious. She is precious. But for those, before we get started on our show, I just wanted to let you know today is Sunday. The Coffee Club gets together and goes to Countryside Christian Church virtually. That starts about 10:15. Listen to me. 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys would love to be a part of church service, maybe you haven't been in a while. Maybe you've kind of been angry. Maybe God hasn't been treating you too well, and you're highly upset with life. And sometimes that's when you need. God the most, So I just thought I would throw that out there for those that would like to join us this morning. Good morning, Pepper. It's nice to see you, my love. TL, it's nice to see you as well. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, Rebecca, holy smokes. She doesn't
think Ellie is competent enough to recognize if it's a possible crime scene. Yeah, no, she thinks she knows it all. She is only bent about the Petito visit because they didn't get their claws into the foundation. Thank God no 501c for those scammers. He's the only one pushing a nonprofit setup. He has been from the get-go. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Happy Sunday. Christina, has she got puppy pads for the puppy? I think so. I've seen something laying on the floor.
No, I've had a machete on my, because of Paola Miranda. We were out in the freaking swamp looking for that woman, and we never found her. Unfortunately, she's never been found. I don't know.
You've never found anybody, Betty, and you've never been instrumental in anybody being found either, Betty. All you've ever done is muck up cases and interfere. And that's the truth.
think of that case, Paolo Miranda. She was lost in the swamp, but I don't know because there's just things that don't make sense in that
Hey,
case.
John, Betty is
Everybody's
kind of
trying to say
cute,
she
but what
got
a
eaten
whack
by
job.
gator, but DNA was done at the water. And nobody. We were out there with the gators. I mean, granted, gators are gators, but they seemed pretty docile to the people out there. It seems like they're very, it's normal for them. Hey, sort of Morna. Good morning, Michelle.
Do you
But it
know
seems like
you should wash your makeup off before you go to bed at night, Betty? Because you had makeup on the day before I reviewed you, and you clearly have not taken it off. That is the worst thing you can do for your skin.
they are, they seem like there's enough.
Just trying to give you a couple tips, not shading you at all. Just trying to give you a couple tips. Somebody's barbecuing outside. God, does it smell good.
Here in that reserve that everybody kind of just minds their own business. I mean, there's kayakers and people in canoes all up and down there that see these gators sunbathing and all these other, craziness. And
yeah, I
they
can
think
go
that she was
right down the street. Hell, we have gators sometimes out in our driveways. It's Florida. That's not weird or unusual. They're everywhere.
By a gator. But
Down here, down by the kids' bus stop, if it's really hot and the sun's beating, you're going to see some small gators out there. You go right over down the street to the hospital, you're going to see some small gators. Like I said, I've come out and had them in my driveway. It's Florida, Betty. That's not a shocker. What would be a shocker is if you didn't see any.
But the problem, and she was in the water, and she was up to her chest when the last photo of her was taken. So it is very possible she could have stepped on a gator, and that was it. But you would have expected to at least find her backpack, find her shirt, some clothing. You would have expected something. It's not like they take you whole. They do a death roll. They put you in basically a den, an underwater den, so they can. I mean, it sounds a lot horrible, but so they can munch on you for a while. Okay, it's not like they take you whole. It's not like a huge, sperm whale that opens his mouth and you just happen to go into his belly.
Depends on the size of the gator, but I'm not even going to get into it with her.
It is a very not pleasant and not
okay.
A backpack,
We don't
like
care.
a little thing on her back. Nothing. The other shoes and soles. I think they highlighted, and over that was a towel. Sharia, quite a few around the time that she disappeared. She was she got summarization.
Nothing was ever hers.
Probably it might be. I don't know. He was Pine Ridge. I think I heard about that. I think it was on the news. Gary starting all over and just looking for, maybe friends do that when they're in the jam. And food delivery. Good gracious, we eat a lot of food in this country, so you can never go wrong. Hat out. I don't know. It seems like there's I know whenever I order groceries, whenever I order food, I pay almost 50% the cost of food just to have it delivered to the house. So it might be something to get you through.
Well, I don't order a lot of DoorDash and order from the restaurants because they not only raise the prices of the food, but then there's a delivery fee and then there's tip. And honestly, it's just not always in the budget. So, we don't do it a whole bunch, but we do once sometimes. But yeah, anyway, for one person, I got to do it for 4. Big difference.
Time, I always think outside the box. Anything you're good at, maybe start your own business, Thank you, everyone. It's just been crazy after 20 years. Yeah, there's no loyalty in corporations anymore. They put profits over people, and they always have. It's just that now it's more noticeable.
No delivery shoppers.
He's alive too. Well, thank God. That's a smart person. Yeah, well, there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, I would definitely, if you know anything, like any trades or anything, find out. Like if you're with digital stuff,
She's giving somebody career advice.
Fiverr is great.
Is she serious? Who in their right mind would take career advice from Betty? No, she just didn't brush it yet.
To get some work, those delivery services.
By the way, I know there's a creator out there that don't like it when women don't wear bras, and I purposely didn't wear one today, just for her.
You through the time. And then, of course, if you do things like if you have a skill, trade of some sort, and advertise it on like Thumbnail or Angie's List or something like that. That's just
oh my God, I can't believe she's.
And maybe what sometimes I believe that God does for us what we will not be willing to do for ourselves. And what do I mean by that? Like maybe you've been needing to move on from this job for some significant time, but the unknown has been scary for you, right? And so you're going to stick with that job until your retirement, even though it's not a good fit for you. Maybe unfortunately or fortunately, because you were unwilling to do it for yourself, maybe you're being forced, to grow, right? Sometimes we get into things and we get complacent and we forget how unhappy we are because we're just working. And so she's in my lap. I got her covered up. Hold on,
Somebody's Gonna
you guys don't
take
like my shorts again.
career advice from Betty. Are they not aware of Betty? Yes, they have been, Scooter. Boobies and cooters have been freed. They have. Hey, Chase. Yeah, most of the time I'm in my swimsuit, so no, I don't. Um, I admit I don't leave the house that way, but unless I'm going to the beach. But yeah, Betty. Yeah, you shouldn't be giving anybody career or life advice. I'm sorry, but you don't even comb your hair in the freaking mornings. You don't even get out of bed before you go live. You are beyond obsessed, and I'm sorry, but that's kind of like that's a weird. Okay.
Here she is. Hold on. Let me show you proof of life. Okay, she's under here. She's under all this. She's just out. She's just out. She's just my baby. She's just a little baby. She's absolutely the job of order. Trust me, we all eat. We all consume. Even like me, I don't like eating out, but I've been not cooking for myself, so I've got to eat. So my food budget's gone through the roof, but I need to tone that back because I haven't put myself on the scale, and I know I've been eating a lot of junk and I've been drinking a lot of lattes. But I cut the calories out of the lattes as much as I can. But there's still, I went from drinking 0-calorie coffee and water all day to drinking 0-calorie soda, coffee, and water all day. Not good. Well, Metalas said it's nice to see you. There's still some type of retirement benefits there, hopefully. I don't even know, like I said, corporations this day and age does not like anybody. We have good coffee in Australia.
Chris Proudfoot are MIA. They packed up their RV and abandoned their home.
This is 4 months
Seth
ago.
Rogers hasn't seen them, although he is
What?
desperate to know the
This
whereabouts.
is what I mean. She is so desperate for content. Do you know how many times she's played this stuff in the last month alone?
Of his son, Sebastian Rogers, who has been missing for a month. Seth told.
This is about the time that Chris and Katie, it was about 30 days after, they played we're the perfect parents and how dare the world
No,
think.
they've never said they were perfect. They've not tried to portray themselves as perfect, Betty. That's just your twisted, distorted mind.
Horrible of us, They went from that to cutting off all communications with the father,
No, he caused that. He's the one that chose that path. The father, by the way.
Son, and you got Christopher, the stepfather, the one crafting everything in this whole entire family's story and everything else. She gets down right by your.
No, wrong again. But okay.
Oh yeah. She's like I told you, she gotta touch me. She's gonna settle down.
One of her friends gave her the dog. Betty actually has a friend. Mm-hmm. And gave her a dog.
Me, she's running around. I mean, the only thing I can get her to settle down. And it was funny this morning. She likes chewing on my finger more than the toys. I don't because you get like oh I got it. She's like this. So, anyways, let's get back to this because I could go.
You're not talking to me.
Have you talked to Sebastian's mom, stepdad? You mentioned you had that conversation when they said he's gone missing, but have they been able to give any more information?
So that is the News Nation interview that they had with Seth Rogers, and it's. We'll pull it up on here. Let me get back to here.
Why are you showing this again?
Brian Engine kind of comes in.
I'm bored with it.
He's gone missing, but have they been able to give any more information?
I haven't spoken to them for at least 2 weeks. They're not talking to me.
And I don't blame them. Law enforcement, out of Seth's own mouth, quit talking to him because of his actions, his behavior, and he wouldn't keep his mouth shut. Seth is the one that kept repeatedly coming out here after Katie,
Seth's demeanor,
after Chris, putting
Seth.
all kind of Katie's personal information out here that's none of nobody's damn business. Not to mention what he put out about his son, which still was not his right to do. They have never come out and attacked him like he has done. He's the problem, Betty, in my opinion.
Seth has been very worried. I think he
He
went from concerned to angry to he just doesn't care at this point. All he cares about is getting his son home. You know what I'm saying? So I think his give a damn is busted. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion.
Be good, Diddlin Dax, or the mods will get you.
Have packed up an RV and left the house that Sebastian disappeared from. Any idea why they would do that?
I have no idea. I have no information. They weren't talking to me, so I was out here trying to find my son.
In the Proudfoot's first interview, Chris said that the communication between the three of them is great.
He still wants everybody to believe, we don't talk about stuff like that. Nope. We'll put user in timeout. That was an inappropriate comment to make. So, yeah. So Seth can be on panels 24/7, acting foolish. That's a-okay. That's yeah. That refuses to admit that he's ever done anything like that. It's all right, Hope. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that comment. That's just not not acceptable. Anyway.
And they communicate every day with Sebastian's dad, Seth. They all work together as a team to come up with
And that was in the beginning. They did. They tried. Seth is the one who decided to go against everything that they'd agreed upon, like the GoFundMe for his living expenses, the endless cash apps, which are still to this day going on. I could imagine how much money he's gotten. Shit, he could have probably paid. But wow, I couldn't even imagine getting that kind of money. I mean, wow. But to still keep getting it, I don't know. I don't know. That's okay, Tip. Don't worry about it. I don't mind a troll. I actually like a good troll. I just don't come in here trying to say anything about Jewish people or anything like that. That's gross. You know? You can call Betty a bitch all you want. But yeah, I'm not going there. I'm almost done, hun.
Nancy Grace's interview with the Proudfoots was filled with lies and inconsistencies. They talked about the lights that were outside their house. They said it's floodlights, solar lights in the garden, and lights above their garage that never goes off. We found one light on the porch near the front door. Two solar lights in the garden.
They never didn't say they didn't have lights. And solar lights don't give you no kind of light. Okay, I have them all around my house. And if you don't keep the batteries changed in them, because mine all take batteries, they don't light up good anyway, even though they're solar lights. So, and they're, unless you have a ton of them, they're not all that bright. And what does that mean, by the way? Anyway.
Two lights above the garage.
So, no one said there wasn't any lights.
There is two lights in their backyard.
I have lights all around my house, but they are not on 24/7. I'm cheap, okay? I save electricity. They are on when they need to be. You know, I'm one of them people who goes around and unplugs everything that you're not using. You know, why not? You know, I only do laundry certain times of the day, actually night, evening and later, because it's ridiculously expensive during the day. Yeah, so you can actually save money if you do things like that. And since I'm home, I might as well. You know, I'm home. But just because there's lights and stuff, I mean, my backyard lights aren't on in the middle of the night. And I don't do the sensors anymore because the damn deer and pigs, my lights will be on all the time because of them running through the yard. So, yeah, I mean, they'll come on when they need to come on. They don't need to be on all the time.
The Proudfoots have 3 bedrooms.
Okay, I don't want to watch their house.
iPhone. Good gracious. That's my freaking credit card. I was just trying to.
No, I don't want to watch anything about their house. Sorry, guys.
Goes to bed shortly after.
I'm not watching anything about their home. The inside of their home is not my business. And I just don't agree with it being out here everywhere. I know it's been everywhere, and I just don't agree with it. Because Sebastian is, you know, coming back home. He's going to have to go back into that house. Would you feel safe? Knowing that people know the layout of your house? Mercy.
When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom, I love you." Say goodnight to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed.
Okay, y'all, look at this. Look at that woman's face. Just watch Katie's face. How the hell can Betty sit there and say that woman isn't bothered, doesn't care about her son, That is a devastated, broken mom right there.
Love you. Say goodnight to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed. But then, in her interview with Chronicle much later, around midnight that night, that's a big difference of putting him to bed and then going to bed shortly after.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So we know, I'm not going to, beat you guys over the head.
Sorry, but once my teenager went to bed, I didn't go in his room. I didn't. He was 15, 16. I'm not barging in there.
All the inconsistencies, but as you can see, she's up. She is up.
Is no inconsistency. Oh my God. Betty, you want to talk about an inconsistency? I have one for you. All right? Because you keep pushing this freaking narrative of yours. I have one for you. How come when Seth first came out, Sebastian had no internet access? How many times has he changed it up about Sebastian's internet access at his house, Betty? How many times? I know too. Probably more. I could just know two off the top of my head. It's funny how it went from none to having limited to having full use to being left at home for 12, 13 hours at a time when he did have them, when he had no idea what he was doing. But okay, Betty. There's inconsistencies, all right, on all sides.
Hi, everyone. I'm up. I'm fighting my mommy. I'm fighting my mommy. Sweet, though. She's and she's always, you guys want to see me catch a dog? Fish on the hook. Fish. Good, too.
Grifting with that puppy big time.
3 weeks ago. She
needs money to get to Tennessee because she wants to go see. And isn't it convenient that Betty's talking about cryptocurrency? Guess where she's going to see Trump speak at? A Bitcoin convention. Betty always tells on herself.
Okay, she stays in the house whether she likes it or not. She does not. She's not used to baths yet. Show the wolf side. The lion is such a lion. She is. She's sweet. She's so sweet. She's absolutely sweet.
Grifting with
so
that
I keep her
puppy.
in bed, and this helps.
Needs money to get to that Trump to that Trump thing. Hey, Revival. It's good to see you. How are you doing?
With her potty training too. So as soon as she wakes up and she gets up and
I
moves
love
around.
your last video and your last poem. I'm going to share it today. It's really cool.
Take her outside. I try to get her to drink some water because I notice if she drinks water, it's a lot easier to get her to pee. I don't know what it is.
So Lord, is she serious?
Interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Chris, he's analyzing everything she's saying in those interviews.
No, he's not, Betty. What is wrong with you? What is seriously wrong with you? Them people are not used to being in front of cameras, being asked questions by reporters. Her son is missing. She's going through one of the worst things of her life. And she got cameras in her face. Yeah, no, he wasn't, Betty.
See him kind of, just listening and kind of looking over and, giving some type of expression, giving some type of reassurance, like she's on the right track. She seems like if she doesn't say things exactly the way Chris wants them said, he'll interject and make sure that he makes it crystal clear for everyone, for full transparency and such.
Oh my God, he is her husband, Betty. I take it you didn't have a husband that gave two shits. Wasn't protective over you at all. Since you were the one always being arrested, and probably not. It's probably the other way around.
But it's so difficult for me to try to understand how a man that wasn't in the home, that has no clue about what happened,
welcome, Revival.
that was 3.5 hours away, according to him and his own wife, why he has so much more information about this situation that happened. He
doesn't have much more, Betty. He actually listens to his wife. They actually have conversations. Something you wouldn't know anything about.
The night before when he wasn't even there, and he's constantly, it seems like he's the one that created the script. Okay. It seems like it's his script, not his script. That's why he's not like on. That's why he started taking on the majority of the interviews and the stuff by himself. He did a full Don Wells, Candace couldn't, Candace has got some other issues going on with her and she just can't keep anything straight if her life depended on it. She just can't. So him trying.
But yet you're going to eat those words, bitch. Yet, for how many years you've been accusing Dawn and Candace of pulling this off and doing something this summer and hiding it. But yeah, here you are admitting that she couldn't do something like that. You are, do you, and you know what? The cases aren't even alike. Nope. The only thing they have in common is that there's a missing kid. But the circumstances, the age is nothing. Nothing is the same.
Trying to get Candace to, he knew immediately she could not go on, and he never let her do an interview. They did 2 of them. She didn't do well. Maybe 3.
Candace has done plenty on her own. Dawn was in jail for a while. You remember?
Of them she didn't do well, and after that,
You should remember because you're one of the ones screaming at the top of your lungs, break them apart, put one of them in jail. They'll cave, they'll give. Yeah. You were wrong yet again, Betty.
It for Don. Don took over the lead of talking about it because it was his script. Chris did a lot of the same behaviors. Katie's smart.
The right scripts. It's not a script, Betty.
She's not a Candace lie, but she still can't keep her shit together.
Hey, Smiles.
Sorry.
Good to see you. How are
she can't
you?
keep her stuff together on the story, and she's the one that's constantly making the mistakes, and Chris is the one constantly coming behind her and cleaning up those mistakes. And I guess because it happened so much, we started picking up on that, and people started getting on him like, why won't you let Katie answer these questions? Why are you answering the questions for her? You weren't even in the home, right? No, I wasn't. Well, then what are you speaking for, sir?
Exactly.
Like I don't know. Like
I asked her the same thing. So if they were to go and put Chris and Katie in jail, for God knows what, because according to law enforcement, there's been no crime. How's that going to bring Sebastian home?
Everybody's so busy. Like I don't cuss at my guests, but I definitely have them explain themselves. And had they been on my show and he did that, I would be like, sir, were you here? I'm a little confused because you're saying you're not here, yet you have all the information that the mom should have. Is there a reason why you're answering these questions when you have no knowledge of these facts and the mom's not? It's not rude. It's being direct, yes, and it's probably a little off-putting to somebody.
Of course he's aware. They have talked. They seem to have that kind of relationship where they do spend quite a bit of time together talking. That's good, healthy relationship, Betty. You communicate with each other. He is her husband. She's going through the worst time of her life. Of course he's going to step up and protect her. I'd expect no less.
That doesn't want to answer that question, but it's far from being rude. But I don't know. I mean, only at one time was he ever really asked, like, why aren't you letting your wife answer this? But it was a condescending tone. And I didn't necessarily think that was, if you're trying to get an answer, a condescending tone typically puts somebody on the defensive. And I want them to answer. It's like, were you here? No, I wasn't here. Well, can you explain how you have all this information, but mom doesn't? And that's really what I want to know. How the hell how the heck does Chris know? What happened when he wasn't there? And even if Katie did tell him, if she's sitting right next to him, why isn't she the one talking? And why is he always correcting her when she was the one there, not him? It's never her correcting him. It's always him correcting. Correcting her. Don't you guys find that a little odd, a little weird? That's when at least the time when my dad was going to senile, my mom started doing all the talking. Yeah.
Thank you, Hope. Nonsense did some really good videos breaking down the interviews and stuff to make up your own mind. Go check them out. Don't go by what this piece of shit says.
There are limited capabilities all around. Let me see what Some men do that when they are talking for their
Duchess
wives.
too. Duchess and them just went over her interviews and stuff. You want to see factual stuff, go to those channels. Go to the channels that put it out here, good, bad, or ugly. You know what I mean? They put out the truth. They don't sugarcoat it. And they do ask the questions. Betty just can't see any of that because she's stuck in, tunnel rats stay in that little tunnel, and it's a one-way tunnel and she can't get out.
Actually, if they did something wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, but you know what we do? We are accustomed with men being the man that, that's kind of older, but these are people that are like my age. I think our generation is a little bit, not much different. It's not like the polar opposites of the generation this day and age in our group, but I would have to think that we are a little different than, say, a little bit older people. But, back in the day, the family was, it was everything. The people have destroyed the family body. They made it seem like it's sacrilegious to have a good family, to have a mom and a dad in the home, which is a little odd for me.
Okay.
But, again, they want to.
What did it's sacrilegious, Betty? Really? You are your distorted reality is. Ooh.
They want us on all of us on welfare so they can control us. But I feel like this day and age, I think women are more independent. I mean, Katie went to the Navy. I mean, yeah, we can apply something, but let's face it, she went to the Navy, and I think she was higher ranked. I think she outranks Chris Proudfoot. So this is a woman that can speak for herself. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman, in my opinion, that could speak for herself and doesn't. And it's because, like, even with Chronicles of Olivia, that's when he was already.
No one said she couldn't speak for herself, Betty.
What was he already, Katie? Why didn't you finish that sentence? Already, what, gone? Deceased? Moved? What was she going to say before Chris? Right? That wasn't for you. That was for me. I was just emphasizing. I think the cutest thing on this puppy is for yawns.
Well, since you want to break it down like that, I'm going to do you a favor. You were watching Tony and Seth the other night. I didn't go to Seth's channel and watch it. I didn't say I was. I actually said I wasn't. Hey, Truth Seeker. I've seen enough clips of it. Maybe you need to pay attention to what Seth said. Excuse me. Because if you're going to go by, words like that, you're going to want to ask Seth a few questions on why he would catch himself after saying a word like had in the conversation when it was fishy. There's a couple other places where he made comments that were, yeah, you side-eye him, okay? You might want to ask him the same thing, since that's what you want to tear them apart. Her son had just gone missing, Betty. You have no idea what that feels like. You cannot put yourself in her shoes. Chris was acting like her husband, like the man. You can't be mad at him for that, for supporting and being there for his wife.
I'm in love with her yawns. I'll be Chris. I really do believe that she would have been better, but this isn't her story. This is his officer, SI officer, because it's his story, in my opinion, and she's still breaking mentally from what. Yeah, yes, and that might be it. Because
it's not his story. He's the stepdad. He's made that clear. They are a couple, unlike what apparently your marriage was. They work as a team. They are a couple. You can tell they communicate with each other. I can't help it if you didn't have that. That's on you.
Do believe that something happened in there, and we have to apply the oh crap factor, right? And the oh crap factor basically is that something happened, you blew up, and it's like the wreckage.
So she truly believes, and she says this stuff with certainty, but there's no evidence of any of this. None whatsoever.
Is the oh crap factor.
Mm.
I can't believe I did this. And
Yeah.
then we see this 3-hour conversation right at like around 9:45.
And
And
that
it's
is not unusual when a spouse works out of town, Betty. That I did it a lot. Nothing unusual about it.
even a 3-minute window on that. So that whole phone call conversation was a lie. It's like she called me anywhere between 9:43, 9:46.
I couldn't tell you the exact second that my husband called. I can tell you around what time we would call each other at night. But sometimes there'd be a couple minutes difference. That's not an issue, Betty. 2, 3 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me? You're an idiot. You got nothing. You make it up as you go along. Leave these people alone. Let them find their son. Stay out of it.
Thing like that. And I think we all picked up on it. It's like, so about 9:45.
Yeah, none of them do have substance. None of them. But she says it as factual. Like she said earlier, she knows for 100% certainty that was Kathy Bowersock's car. She does not know that. It was not an SUV in that video. And even Spanky debunked her and put a cherry on top. He called her bullhorn strangler twice.
She called you about 9:45, and I think the Lord Lodge made it so clear when he was talking about it, because it's really funny that
the channels that do the clips like that and they don't show the context of what's being said, it's misleading and it leads people into a false narrative, in my opinion. If you're going to show the facts, you got to show it. You can't just clip a little part of it because it fits what you're trying to portray.
Chris and Katie can be ultra specific on certain facts, and then other facts they just nothing. Yeah, they're very vague.
I asked her about that. I said, "Aren't you a little old to be doing the back seat dirty behind a Chili's restaurant in the parking lot? I mean, come on."
At best, they don't want to provide information. Like he keeps screaming HIPAA. Clearly, he doesn't understand HIPAA. HIPAA's for.
I wonder if that's how she got possession of his favorite fork. Remember, he has a favorite fork, and she's got it. And she's holding it over his head. That's her big thing.
Medical professionals not to share your information, not the mother and father. The HIPAA doesn't, it's professionals. It has nothing to do with mom and dad. And I don't think he's got brain cells enough to understand that.
No, you're an idiot. I bet you Chris could outsmart you any fucking day, Betty. Any fucking day. Any day of the week. And I don't even know the man. He was talking, I believe, about the job site. And also, Betty, they were going through a, really horrific thing. There's a child missing. They're thrown in front of cameras and stuff. Betty, stop. Because I believe you would fall apart. That's just my opinion. See, I would too, but I would after the fact. I'm great at handling stuff while it's going on. I had to learn how to do that. Couldn't fall apart every time I needed to do CPR on someone. And put an airway in, or deliver a baby. Or pull somebody out of a burning car. I mean, you just don't have time for that. You learn to shelve it and deal with it later.
HIPAA, we're rolling our eyes saying, what? You're the parent. You're the only person that has authorization to override HIPAA. And that's in a medical profession. You absolutely have every right to speak if you so chose. But it fell flat. Like, it's like, why are you screaming HIPAA? If you don't want to answer, just don't answer. Don't say the HIPAA violation. It's not a HIPAA violation.
It wouldn't have mattered what he said, Betty. You would find something wrong with it.
For a parent. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But he's not the smartest man he's not the sharpest tool.
Like I said, let's put him and you in an IQ test together. Let's see who comes out ahead.
In the toolbox.
Hey, Layla.
I did. What does it say? Not for a crime, just old rumor, grave of the giant. Oh, I must be copying into the middle. Hey, Sam, it's nice to see you. Chris thinks he is playing his best game of chess. Bingo. Bingo. I'm very interested in now. If let's just say if forensics were done at the house, which I'm hoping that they were, that's been one of my biggest complaints. Why is it taking to this point 6 months later to find out or to confirm that forensics have been done in the house? Why? Why was it such a secret? And why did none of the?
It's not been a secret, Betty. You're the only one that has harped on this forensics because you were out of content for the past couple weeks, Betty. And that's been your go-to. I haven't heard anybody else screaming about it, just you. Because, at the end of the day, it's not a crime scene. There's been no crime committed. There's even been no evidence of foul play. So, whatever forensics they did run, it doesn't matter because they're not going to tell you about it because you're not relevant in the case, Betty. It's not your business. It's an active, open case. Of course, they're not going to tell you shit. They wouldn't tell you shit anyway. But okay, we'll do you. We'll run with what you're saying, and, you're going to get all this info. Your delusions are pretty deep on this Sunday, aren't they? Is it raining at your house, Betty? It's raining here. I'm over it. You want to take some of it?
Neighbors see them black out the windows.
No.
So this is going to definitely be something I'm going to be asking because if they say they did forensic, I'm going to say what type of forensics. I'm on a whole law enforcement's feet to the fire.
It's none of your business what they did, Betty. None. No, you can demand all you want. They're going, and I hope they laugh you right on out of their building, and they put you in your place. See, because what you're not telling people about being down there last time is when you were crying about, oh, I'm not going to be getting a warning. Oh, you already had your warning. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Betty? It wasn't YouTubers, Betty, was it? You know, and you know that I know that you know that I know. It was the neighbors because you were trespassing. That's why you were called about, Betty. It wasn't anybody else. It was actually people that lived there and seen what you were doing. Then you waved down a cop so you could try to play it all off like you were the one being harassed and reported on and pulled over. You were not pulled over at that time. But you were given a warning prior to that, weren't you, Betty? One of the how many times you called law enforcement yourself? Yeah. Pets, better watch it.
They're doing the right stuff. That's my foot. Just thought I'd throw that out there before you get down too hard on it. She's awake. She's awake. She's the reason why we had to kill the live last night a little bit. She wouldn't settle down and she was starting to cry and it was starting to get, she wouldn't get up on the bed and hang out with me and she just wanted me to go play and she just wouldn't settle down. She's just waking up. So she's kind of very mild. She's still smart law enforcement, especially if they've got forensics. I really believe the forensics is going to ahead of them. Yeah, but I think they're closing that gap. I really do. Especially if they've got forensics. I really believe the forensics is going to enlighten law enforcement about what happened inside that home. I'm still unsure because we've all been talking about this for too long. For all of a sudden now it's like, oh yeah, well, of course forensics have been done. It's like no, Nick, you need to explain this, and somebody needs to tell Nick he needs to explain this to us because let me tell you, I have been in his chat. I have left chat messages. I've asked him to specifically speak about the forensics aspect of it, and he has failed each and every time. Even when Don B was talking about it, it's like, oh, he still won't put it in his report, but he does answer somebody in the comments and says, oh yeah, the house thing, forensics, yeah, no. Where's the report from you, Nick? We've been asking for literally months about this forensic, and now you still won't address it in one of your news clips about the forensics. Nobody has addressed it in their news clip.
Because law enforcement's not going to give him
clips about the forensics, and then all of a sudden, now you're telling people in the comments, failed to answer my question. But you tell somebody, oh, is forensic being done? The house? Question mark? Yes.
I'm working on it, Revival.
What type of forensics were done? I've got a lot of questions here. Oh, by the way, if you received your gifted membership from Michelle, please don't forget to tell her thank you. So it's thank you. Who ended up getting that? It was Emily. Emily got it. Well, congratulations, Emily. Marilyn and Sam, it's nice to see you. Hopefully they're getting ready to press charges. Hopefully, that's at the end of the day, the whole purpose of the forensics is for valuable information. And I prayed to God that they had gotten the forensics before Katie cleaned the house. So hopefully we are going to find out that the forensics are done before Katie cleaned the house. Let's keep our fingers.
My brother lives in Tennessee by Nashville, but he's up at in Michigan, the Great Lakes at their lake house. So I'm just waiting for him to get home. But I do know somebody else that I'm friends with that's really cool that lives there. Maybe I could get them to do it for me. But yeah, that's what I was waiting on. I thought Clue was going to get them and show them. I don't know if she did or didn't, but I don't know if she did or didn't. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Halloween baby. But regardless, I'm going to get them and show them. Hey, J-Dob. Hey, yeah.
Fingers crossed for that. I still would like to know what type of forensics were done and why there was no reporting of them blacking out the windows in order to conduct that very important forensic testing. And if they say, well, we didn't do luminol or we didn't do blue star, that's, in my opinion, not a thorough forensic inspection of the home. So very interested in finding out what information I need. I'm not sure exactly what date I'm leaving Florida, but we'll know when I get into Tennessee. So that's going to be where I'll be. I've got a $50 gift card for hotels.com. I'm definitely going to use that on this trip. Again, for Rebecca, thank you. When we go live from the kitchen to later today, I'll show you all the good stuff. Anyways, getting back to it, Rebecca, we've been waiting for that machete for quite some time. And lo and behold, the machete, that was one of the very first items I put on my wish list was this machete. I've got a machete.
Oh my Lord. One of her subs bought that expensive ass machete for her. That's been on her wish list since I started YouTube. What the hell does she, oh my Lord.
Going into the woods, y'all. I'm bringing my machete and I'm going into those Tennessee woods and we are going to work it. I got my vest. I got
for what?
Another camera holder, chest plate and head plate.
So they sent her another vest, more camera holder. Holy, Betty, how many you need? You're one of them people that have to have all this stuff around you, even though you won't use 90% of it and don't need 90% of it. But that's what makes you feel like you're somebody, to have all this crap that you don't even need. Well, when are your subs going to get tired of sending you all this shit 2 and 3 and 4 times over again? I don't understand it.
So now I have 2 of those, and I got this cute little carrier for Delilah. She's
Hey,
not going with me on this trip.
You mom.
But I stuck her in it yesterday, and she sits in this little hole, this little pocket. She straps over me. So I'll have to see, I'll have to.
I am the person who reported Betty's plan to protest Sumner Sheriff's Department. If Queen... You'll have to talk to Queen about that. I don't know nothing about that. Hey, Teresa. But you know what? Betty, who knows? Hey, Jules, all it will take to get Betty going is one person that shows up, has a mouth, and wants to run their mouth. Oh, okay. Kim, I was going to say, yeah, just reach out to Queen Bee. She'll talk to you. Queen Bee's cool. That's all it's going to take to get Betty started. So if there's one person that shows up acting a fool, that's going to give her a clear path and she's going to act a fool. Bet on it. If no one does, Betty don't have it to do it on her own.
Adjust my camera strap and everything like that so she can strap over me and I can have my camera on my chest.
What do you need all this stuff for, Betty? What do you need it for?
And I still have the GoPro. The GoPro just gets so hot. Does everybody have a how many people have a GoPro here? One of the things that never shuts off because it gets too hot, but I can tell you the darn thing gets pretty stinking hot.
I don't have one. I do my YouTube with my offbeat brand cheap ass laptop and my phone. I miss my iPad. I miss my iPad terribly.
Good morning, Michelle from the UK. It's nice to see you. I have a broken finger from tripping over my dog. Oh, well, I ended up slipping on my dog's bed way back in the day, and I broke my ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I've never broken a bone in my body, and I CP
don't
twice.
care.
Second time says Nancy CP says he can't give the dates. I know, he's so cryptic. Katie's story's out. She was the one in the home with the child by herself. Seth's story's out because he was in a jail with a bunch of convicts, as he was patrolling.
But again, that don't matter. He leaves for an hour for lunch. He also, just because he was there doesn't mean anything, Betty. Just saying, if you're going to look at it, you got to look at all sides. I'm not accusing none of the parents of doing anything. There's no evidence. And I just don't want to believe that any of them did. I want to believe that Sebastian's coming home. And honestly, I would love nothing more than to see the family get together and support each other and put Sebastian in the forefront. But you don't want that.
His dorm or pod, being the correction officer and the deputy sheriff that he
Way
is.
true.
So we knew where he was.
You don't need to hack down half the woods, just be able to reach down and clip a vine your boots are stuck on. Oh yeah, and Mystery, she can't use the camera until she gets that special lens. That's very expensive too. Now, she didn't tell her subs in chat that before they all chipped in to buy that expensive camera. It was after she got the camera that she said, oh, well, I need this lens.
We know where Katie was, but Chris is the one that was 3.5 hours away, and he's the one that's failing. That his story, if he tells anybody where he was, it's going to, negatively affect this case somehow. Well,
he's never said that. He's made it quite clear where he was. It's never been a secret. He's never said that either, Betty. That's you.
Sure, it will. I think it'll negatively affect your life somehow if you told us the truth. Like, clink, clink, baby. Nobody's buying this. And I think that they tried, and they tried to pull people back. And then they started falling into the trap of the hate channels, the bad actors here on YouTube that protects bad guys, right? And we all know who those channels are because they're usually felons themselves. And so we know who the channels are that protect bad guys. And when we started seeing them gravitate to those very channels, the gig was up, in my opinion.
What the hell? Look. I got to look. You put that damn coffee cup down. Back away. I don't know what you're putting in there, but back away. What is wrong with you? What are you talking about, hate channels? They went on a couple panels. Duchess is not a hate channel. She's not. And I don't appreciate you even including her in anything like that. Duchess don't do that shit. They came into Queen's. Queen didn't go ask for them. They came into hers. There was no hate on the panel. They went to Clues. I did only watch part of it. But Seth is on yours. He's been all over the YouTube streets. On any channel he could get on. Trash channels, Britney's, Slimey's. Come on, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fucking delusional.
The gig was up because, parents that are truthful and don't do, they gravitate to good channels that try to advocate.
She hasn't, Revival. She hasn't. She's still very much around. Yeah, Olive Oil's still very much around. Yeah.
For their child, okay? And this is one where it's not happening. They went straight to the dirty south of YouTube, right? They went on the wrong sides of the track, right?
Okay.
So that in and of itself is a very key and telltale sign of who these people are, because good, reputable people.
Well, I hate to tell you this. I have to burst your bubble again. Same could be said about Mr. Rogers. He's, people could say the same thing, that he's went on all the trash channels and was very inappropriate on those channels, which he was, especially his last appearance on Brittany J's. Yeah. Yeah, I might want to double check your facts there, Betty. Oh, hell. Don't worry about double checking them. You haven't even checked them once yet. So, yeah, there's that.
People, even if they are being under the gun by the public, would never be seen on these channels. Not because they did anything wrong, because they don't need, they don't need that much help. They don't need help like that, right? Good, wholesome parents are not going to give up their morals to go on these disgusting channels for help. They would rather take the blows than go on these disgusting channels. I've watched parents do it. I've watched parents do it.
Okay, let me see. Did anyone get that chest cam vid from Hendersonville, LA? If somebody finds the date and time, location, cop badge number, I will get it. But if anybody already has it, I'm not offered it. NJ for Justin, still taker. Runway Truth, I will get you that info because I've been waiting on my brother to get back home. But they're selling their lake house because they bought a really nice cabin in the woods. But anyway, I've been waiting for him to get back home to get it. I think I still have all that. Oh, look, I think I still have those notes in my phone. I don't think I deleted them. But if I did, I could just track down the messages I sent my brother with the times, So what you need, the date, the time, location. How am I going to get a cop badge number? There is no cop badge number. Just where she was allegedly pulled over, where she flagged the cop down. I know that date, the time, because she was live, and I know the location.
Do it. And so it's when you start seeing parents that are supposed to be or alleging that they are innocent, and then they're only going on these horrible channels.
Thank you.
To me, that is as much as setting up a red flag saying, "Hey, over."
Bullhorns ready. Betty is my wife. Bye. Oh, I feel bad for you. I do. I feel bad for you. Yeah, she does need to step back. She does seriously need to take a step back and some huge deep breaths. Yes. She's mad and angry all the time. That's got to be awful to hold on to so much anger all the time. I couldn't, man. I couldn't do it. Hey, see something, say something.
Here, I'm the one, right? I'm the one. Because they cater to them. They allow them to, and they don't even talk to them about it. They give them a place to just be happy. Like, you're happy and joking and having a good old time.
Yeah, that could be, Michelle, that could be.
Instead of talking about your missing son. It's disgusting. You gotta.
What do you think Seth does? What? Are you kidding me? Betty. Wow.
Missing child. You don't.
Is she not aware that Seth has been on panels talking and in chats talking? You've been married for 1 year? Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know if you'll make it through 2.
Oh, you're laughing and you're joking and everything like that. You don't get any more until that child comes home. You very rarely. It takes a lot of work to get Seth to smile. It takes a lot of work to get him to joke around. It takes a lot of work just to get him not to be thinking of his son for just a few moments, to think about himself.
That's not true. He has no problem clowning around on panels. He's done it in many places. I don't know what she's talking about.
And you got these people only wanting to talk about themselves. They're disgusting. Yeah, some of the dogs like to lay right behind your feet. Oh, yeah. Well, I've stepped on shoes, so I don't feel it. So now I got to check her paws. Put in your arms. I just want to be in your arms. Old. And so I'm almost considering, oh, hey, Pebbles, it's Samantha. It's nice from the gate because I just cut through the BS. And it's like, you know what? Something sticks to high heaven, and I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't. We're all thinking it. Let's just throw it out on the table, right? We're all thinking it. Your story doesn't make sense.
I, from the beginning, said what I thought, even though what I think doesn't matter. I think he went out to meet someone. I don't think he thought he was going to be gone for any length of time. That's why, the no coat and stuff, and just ran. I think he was lured out. I personally do. I don't want to believe that any of the parents had anything to do with it. But have I not looked at all of them? Yeah, including Seth. Just because he was at work doesn't mean anything. Just like it doesn't mean anything that Chris was at work. Because there's always ways around stuff, no matter what, if you really want to do it. But then you have to look at the case, Betty. You have to look of what little has been actually put out by law enforcement. And watch the interviews. I just don't think the parents had anything to do with it.
Since this child didn't walk out of the house, there's rumors going around that Chris made it to work at 5:15, which throws everything off, almost making it next to impossible for him to be in that anonymous car. But you know what? At the end of the day, we found out, no, that is not true. He was not there at 5:15. He was there closer to 7.
Okay, thank you, Runway.
That is huge. You know what that means? That means it makes it possible that he could have been in that SUV that we saw.
She's a great wife with the food she cooked you yesterday. See, she cooks for you. She made you a big meal yesterday. You should be very happy. That's great. She loves that puppy, so you all got a puppy now?
Outside of the car. With him being at work at 5:15, that made it next to impossible. So this case is building, and it's building in the proper way because it's building toward the Proudfoots, which it should build toward the Proudfoots, because let's face it.
She's still in love with JLR. You do understand that, right? That's really where her heart is. She just loved her little papa, and she just can't let him go. You might want to talk about her with that. Hey, Deborah Ann. When Dixie's having a sale on King and Dungeons. Oh, I'm going. I'm checking it out. I have to go to the grocery store anyway. Oh, I would love to. Maybe they'll be on a good sale and fit the budget.
Go from that car back to their home. That's pretty significant. Because that next morning, after that time frame, there was only one person left in the house.
Oh.
And we only had one flashlight going to the house.
No, we actually don't have flashlights. But okay.
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 And I'm still looking for what they put him in.
You
I don't think
are?
he walked out with his feet.
Are you going to go to the pickle bag again? I don't have it ready. You cannot go to the pickle bag again. You just can't.
His feet, he would have had shoes on those feet. He did not have any shoes on his feet. I think that was a fatal flaw. And I know that something is missing from their house. I don't know if it's a suitcase or Katie's pickle bag, but I guarantee one of the two are missing from that home. I almost guarantee. I would almost bet my channel on it that either a suitcase or a bag, predominantly the pickle bag, is missing. They transported him somehow.
Do we not know, Betty? Do we not know, Betty? Betty, I even made a special thumbnail for you in your pickle bag. I did. And Michelle made you a really cool pickle bag cartoon. Yep.
Whether, and I'm not saying what condition he was in, I'm just saying I don't see him walking out of the home. So they had to transport him somehow. They picked him up, put him over their shoulder, use something to disguise him in, like a pickle bag where he could just be rolled out or put on somebody's back and walked out. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is
you're not putting a pickle bag on your back with a 15-year-old in it. It's just not happening. But okay.
Something missing from that home. And the only thing I can think that would work well is the pickle bag, because they went through the yard. Yep. And there's that culvert. And that would have been hard to get through the culvert, because I looked at it and it looks like somebody, unless they walked around and it was just the angle of the video, it looks like somebody may have had to walk in that culvert. And it's pretty deep. And it would have been the person that I would believe that Sebastian would have been with, that would have been carrying him. So that would have been hard to do. All right, I got to stretch my leg, honey. You're going to have to get out between my legs. So it's the culvert. The culvert is the issue that I have. And I've got to rewatch the lights video, and I've got to really look and see, is there a spot where it looks like they went? Because I remember when I saw it, I was like, it looks like they went.
That puppy clearly does not want to be under that blanket. But she keeps shoving it.
to a
Poor
dip. It
thing.
looks like somebody went because I remember seeing one. It looks like they went like this.
No,
And
it
so I
doesn't.
think
No, it doesn't, Betty. You can't see jack shit in that video. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
that, and I don't think that that would have been Sebastian. Sebastian wouldn't have went. He would have walked around. Actually, he would have walked down the driveway onto the road. He wouldn't have crossed through the grass because he doesn't like, dirt. He doesn't like the wetness from the grass. He doesn't, he doesn't like the darkness, the bugs, none of that. So I feel like if it was him, he would have walked out the front door, down the driveway like he normally does, and then down the road, unless there was a sidewalk, but there wasn't a sidewalk. So he would have been on that road. But he would have stayed on paved surfaces, in my opinion, because of his ticks and his issues, right? And what do I mean by issues? Me and my BFF, we always say, like I always say she's OCD. And she's like, I'm just ish. She's like, I'm not full-fledged. I'm just ish, right? So it's like, he has certain ticks that things that he likes and dislikes. And so those issues, so to speak, would prevent him, in my opinion, from crossing through the grass.
Yeah, it is dangerous, Saint. It is, because she really thinks she is this end-all be-all. And she's better than law enforcement. She's better than everybody. Oh, honey, we don't have years. We're talking at least 3 years on YouTube, 4 years on YouTube, about that long on TikTok. Oh, gosh, we don't have enough time to explain it all.
I don't think he would have thought to go through the grass. I mean, I just don't think it would have crossed his mind, in my opinion, to go through the grass. And why was there a flashlight going back to the home? One lone flashlight.
Betty, you've been debunked so many times. I cannot.
Going back to the home that only had one lone person in it the next morning at 6 a.m.
That's probably because that's her home and she was in bed. And she woke up in the morning like most people do. Only they get up and, wash their face, comb their hair, brush their teeth, get the hell out that bed, put some clothes on. They do the normal stuff.
It just seems like smoke and mirrors. You would crack up. I remember putting a fur coat on my chihuahua and cute little clothes. Cute. I was actually, her girly was in a bed. Outside, she goes literally on the pup. There's some seepage onto the rug. Release it, and it gets everything out. They're a smart little dog. Put him up like this, and I put him up like this.
I got to ask you, Betty. I got to ask you. This is driving me nuts since you just said about that. Did you really wash your fucking meat with dish soap and bleach yesterday? Please tell me you really didn't do that. You scrubbed your meat? Do you know those cleaners aren't safe to clean your food with, Betty? I mean, I don't know if you did it. I didn't watch your video because I don't care about you cooking. I just seen parts of it on Savages, and she had me laughing so damn hard. But listen, you can't do that shit, Bets. That's chemicals that you're not supposed to take in. And who did you feed that to if you scrubbed your meat with that stuff? Just asking. Maybe you should let them know. I mean, I don't know. Did you do it? I'm asking you.
Standing with her little paws.
Scrub away the gray.
So She's learning. I can't help it. I never did the puppy pass
this
thing.
Is all on those lights, Revival. This is everything she's saying is on those lights. Yep. And they've been debunked. Hey, Mona Lisa. They've been debunked so many times. You can only explain it to her so much time. I don't know, Debbie Doodles. That's what people were saying. I didn't actually watch Betty's cooking video because I don't go after her cooking. I mean, that's her personal life. Do what you do, you. But I'm just asking her the question because that's what's being said out here. And I just got to know. I mean, she did spray something in there. I don't know what it was. So, I don't know. I mean, I never took a brush to scrub my meat. So, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I always rinse my chicken and stuff off, but I'm not scrubbing it. Okay, I'm not going to sit there with a brush or a rag and scrub it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm also not using no kind of, none of that stuff. But, I don't know, because she didn't wash her vegetables. So, I don't know. I know for a fact she didn't wash her vegetables because I seen that part where she just took them out the bag and, threw them in the crock pot. Yeah.
We live Way out though. Yeah.
And
Well,
then I left
I wouldn't do the puppy
because
pad.
I didn't want to see no more of her cooking, so I left.
I have no covered area for her to use the bathroom during rain. And right now we have thunderstorms and rain. So she's scared of the thunder. She hears the thunder and she looks at me and gets under my leg. And when it's raining out, she will not go outside. Like the rain scares her. She needs to probably go outside and learn more frankly.
All right. Get on with it, Betty. It's Sunday. I want to go spend the rest of the day with my family. Rain's ruining my day.
I know. That's the problem.
I know it is a problem.
That's why I don't force her out in the rain. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to go out in the rain. It's like, she was making a mess in the house.
You agree with me. That's part of the problem. It is.
I would probably force her out no matter what. But she's so good. The puppy pads, I remind me that, hey, I need to go potty. So I scoop her up. I didn't want, and all good drenched. Yeah, she's adorable. Because she just wanted expressions down for a little bit. See you, my love. We're gonna get another dog. Oh, who can turn down a cute little face? She's like, you're getting that your dog's coming on. You guys are all here for you guys. Because I don't know much about Chihuahuas, and it's not talked about that these are the only dogs that get soft spots. Pain is the largest for their body, so it was pretty surprised. These dogs are pretty. I'm catching me on the hook right now. Go play. Someday she might be a little resistant, like she's still sniffing around this floor. Oh, she's stretching. She's moving. I gotta watch her around here because I haven't watched, and I put her down. And so one of the laundry, you got to separate, women separate their, I know guys don't understand this, but women separate their laundry, okay? The really dark stuff is in one pile, the medium
my husband does too.
Pile, okay? Guys don't really wash like that. They kind of throw everything together and throw it into one load. What can I say? Thank goodness
my husband doesn't do that. He knows how to separate laundry.
Well, you changed my underwear. Just saying. Maybe it smelled like roses. Who knows? Oh, regularly change my underwear. Dogs are weird. What can I say? They like weird scents. What can I say? Thank goodness I regularly change my underwear. Just saying. Maybe it smelled like roses. Who knows?
Oh.
River be in church at Countryside
yikes.
at 9:15 this morning. If you guys would like to come
heard
over
what she was talking about, right? The dog got a pair of her dirty underwear and she said it smelled. Yeah, that was gross.
With us, or listen, as you're working or working out or working in your garden. It's a great day to be blessed. It's a great day to worship, and it's a great day to testify. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be over there.
Rinse the celery off, the potatoes off. I don't think she rinsed the carrots off. She may have, but I think she just cut them up in really big chunks. And then that was the end for me because I don't, hey, Skeptical Robin, I don't review her cooking videos because I think it's something she should do. With cold cases, I think it'd be a big hit for her. I know, Seeker.
15, rain or shine. It's online, right? You don't even have to worry about doing your hair or anything. The only requirement is show up and stand up, right? So we do a lot of, I don't know how many people that can. I have a lot of bedroom. Not every Sunday. But when I got happy feet, I got happy feet. So I feel like it's a happy feet day. And we got a happy feet, happy soul. Just new wardrobe. It was just one pair. It was Miami because we had like $60 or $70. I mean, it's crazy. And they're closed there. Holy crap, to have Trump on something like you guys don't understand. Like these MAGA shirts, they're you should consider getting them. You go to Trump Dorrell and get a Trump shirt, you're paying $115. I'm just saying. $19.99 sure does sound good.
I don't want a Trump Magna shirt. Thank you.
That's all I'm saying. $dollars in my blood. We'll be able to buy. I don't know if I'll ever throw money away like that. The little ones need a Trump shirt. Yep. Well, if you guys have any custom, it'll show up on my main channel, my main friends channel, the main channel, not the page, as well. So if you guys would like me, I don't accept a whole lot of friends, but if you reach out to me by email and you've had an account for a really long time, I will accept you as my friend on my Bullhorn Betty, not the True Crime page, but my Bullhorn Betty, so we can be friends. But everything I post on Bullhorn Betty, you guys, if you can, go over to the True Crime group. Very impressive.
Okay. What she does is she posts the same thing on everything. That's what she does. But I'm done with that. That's gross. Betty's gross. Huh. I didn't plan on reviewing that one today, but yeah, kind of a disappointment. Is she not always, though? I'm looking for there's a clip video I want to show you. Look. Oh, that's her cooking. Oh, literally Davis fam did a video on Betty's clean meat. Yeah. Y'all need to watch that. And then Betty answered the damn complaint for the... Yeah, she's never going to. That's a no-no. Oh my gosh. Well, watch this real quick. This is. Oh, I don't want to speed that up like that. This is pineapple upside down, or pineapple icicle tree. She posted a new video. Hey, J Dog, thank you so much. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Hey guys, welcome to Poolside. You are now a Poolside Misfit. And like I said, we are the coolest misfits on the YouTube streets.
Don't you know you're in love? I guess you don't see what you need. So you know you're in love. I guess you don't see what you need to see.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your face.
Because I was in the Paramount cyber sleuths, and he got mad that he wasn't asked to come, but I did ask him, but he was being stubborn and wouldn't return my phone call. And so he blocked me on his, or his girlfriend did. I'm not sure who did, who was. Blue, oh, so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me? Light him up if you got one. Light him up if you got one. They suck.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I'm just going to jump right in because it's a lot. The first thing I do want to show you is to sort of do a recap because I want to show you the docket so we can all be on the same page so we all know exactly what's happening and what happened. And I do have actually a special surprise because I was only going to do one filing, but her attorney posted something on the docket today. So there's an extra one that I didn't expect that I was going to have. So I was like rushing around trying to redact it. So we're also going to go over that. Because both Betty and the lawyer attached all of these emails of them going back and forth for the past year.
Everybody. Please.
And let me tell you, Betty was stupid to
please thank J-Dob
to put the newer ones in her document. Because now, first of all, it's public record now. So anybody can look at it because she filed it on a court document. But also, it's so spicy. And I honestly have a very good feeling.
We're going over those tomorrow. I've got them. We're going over them.
About the judge
probably
dismissing it just on about face this time because this is, we'll get into it, but she definitely did all the things that the judge specifically told her not to do. And realize some of these people are on some significant like substances and you wouldn't even know it, or you kind of do know it. You just think it's mental illness or something else.
Laura's candle, thank you very much. Don't stultify, huh?
Yeah.
Shut your face. Shut your ugly little whore mouth. Close your legs to marry men, right?
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
Are you with those other women in those back, behind Chili's? In the back seat of the car there?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, rib.
I got all the secrets. I got all the secrets.
I love secrets.
No, you want to know? You want to know about these Chili visits? I'm sorry. Chili's is near and dear.
Hey,
I haven't been to Chili since I left you. I'm just saying, it just doesn't have the same flavor it once did.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I don't know. I haven't heard that yet. Am I supposed to have gone to Chili's? Or do they have cooters at Chili's? Tess says I love cooters. Angry cooter, hairy cooter. You guys are free to try the cooters. All you have to do is make a cooter name. Swampy cooter. Jurassic cooter. Cobweb cooter. Crooked cooter. Pineapple cooter. I love it. Pineapple icicle. The cooters come out at night. This is the face of a scorned woman. This is the face of scorned cooter.
If you with it, drop it.
Pineapple, that was great. That was great. I'm sure you guys have seen all the videos of her going off on Jay and JLR and stuff again. And that's why I don't keep showing that stuff, because I figure you see it everywhere else. You're probably, if y'all want to see it, I'll be happy to show you. But usually by the time I can go live, because, I do have other, stuff going on, it's usually already been out everywhere. Yeah, that's Pineapple's icicle tree. Yeah, actually, we're going to drop her link, and I'll make sure the link's in the description when I'm done. Let me drop her link. She makes some good videos. She really does. So, literally, Davis has been nailing it. She makes some good videos. Lippy, Kodo. Oh, I think Kodo does have that one. Wait a minute. I think Kodo does have that one. The Save Robbie one. Oh, that pissed me off. That lore in the Save Robbie. Yeah, Kodo did a good one. Jay claps back. I just don't have time to show it today, but she did a good one. That Save Robbie. That whole live with Laura and them was crazy. Wendy V did a good one. I might play some of that. Not today, but yeah, I want to get Pineapple's link. But I want to go over the emails because they are very interesting, to say the least. Well, I'm putting Pineapple's link in the chat here. Yeah, they are interesting. I can't believe how Betty carries on with the attorney. Okay, Bets, whatever you want. There's Pineapples. But I'll make sure the link is also in the description when I'm done. So what y'all got planned for the rest of your Sunday? Yeah, that is entertaining. BHB is hair by Cooter. I mean, she does have a questionable. All right, I'm done. I'm logging off. I'm signing off. He's running to the store, so I'll be done by the time he gets back. I gotta go cook. I don't want to cook, but I have to go cook. Everybody gotta eat. And we'll go over a little bit of J for Justice. I want to go see myself what barbecue set up there. Hey, Senrisa. I just don't think that it's a fake fight with Betty and barbecue. I don't, because I know the background, and that's just why I don't. But that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. I don't know. Subway tonight? Damn, that doesn't sound bad. In the middle of giving yourself a pedicure? Yeah. I'm not doing I'm been lazy today. Well, I was dealing with the kids all morning. My little one with his eye, they got me worried because and it's not looking any better. I don't know. I have to try to walk and eat today. It's been hard the past couple of days. It is not a girl's girl. No. In the middle. Your husband's making ravioli? Oh, that sounds good. My husband's probably like, okay, you said a quick one. 3 hours later, you're still on there. Yeah. And then he'll laugh. No squirrels again today. I don't know what happened to my squirrels. Starting to piss me off. I mean, not even the two littles are coming around anymore. Maybe they're tired of peanuts. Yeah, my nails are a hot mess. My nails are a mess. I haven't had them done in so long. I think I am going to. But they're long and thick. So I just have them shape them and do gel polish because it's a waste to get tips. I don't need tips. My nails they grow like hotcakes. And with the kids, I'm afraid of scratching them and stuff. You're going to Chili's? I've never eaten there. I've never eaten at Chili's. You do? Oh, I do too. I'd have you do them. They're a mess. Chili's is meh. Yeah, I've never eaten there. I'm not. I guess I don't know. The kids are at the happy meal stage. God, I can't wait till they get over that. And I'm not a big fan of soybean burgers, soy meal burgers, but they just like it for the damn toy. That's it. You do mani pedi every weekend. I do a pedi. Oh, I wish. I haven't went and had my nails done in a while. I mean, I'll do my own, but I mean, I haven't went out and. But haven't done them in a couple of weeks. They're a mess. They need shaped, and I've been lazy, busy. Chi-Chi's. Have I ever eaten at Chi-Chi's? I don't know. Probably. Hey, I just for the first time like a month ago had Chick-fil-A. All right, big mistake because their chicken sandwiches are the bomb. They are. I like Popeyes too when they're fresh and not full of grease. But yeah, the littles are still at the picky stage. So yeah, yeah. I didn't like it before hearing BHB talk about it, and then she says, "Love their salads." Yeah, I like a good salad. My son, my 6-year-old, and he can eat him some salad now. I actually splurged and ordered Chick-fil-A for me and the kids because I knew my hub wasn't going to be home till really late, and and I splurged one day and I ordered it for them. They loved it. They loved it. I am. Thank you. You too, Skeptical Robin. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, they do have good filet sandwiches. Their chicken sandwiches are good. You know who else has a good Wendy's? Their Baconator on the pretzel bun. It's all about the pretzel bun for me. But damn, they're expensive for a burger, if you ask me. But they're huge. I mean, they're big. But the pretzel bun is awesome. I love a pretzel bun. I haven't had one in a while. I better get one before they cancel them because I don't know if it's a regular thing or just a special. It's been a while. They might not even have them anymore. I have no idea. I'm going to find out though. I better quit making me hungry because I'm the one that has to cook this shit today. I'm throwing these little steaks on that grill, throwing some baked potatoes in, some corn on the cob. That's it. Easy peasy salad. That's it. Hey, Whispers in the Shadows. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is. I think it was a sub who encouraged me to try it, and I did that day actually. Yeah, I love the pretzel bun. I could eat just the pretzel bun and nothing else. I mean, you don't have to put no meat and stuff on it. Just give me the pretzel bun. He's supposed to use some avocados. Not the arc. Yeah, pretzel buns are good. Love Wendy's apple pecan salad with ranch instead of vinaigrette. Is it good? I haven't tried that one. I said we don't eat out that much. By the time I get back to things, they usually have changed up their menu a little bit. No, my husband's home. I don't mind going out and getting it. It's just, when he's not home. We right now we have one vehicle, so he works too far away for me to keep the vehicle and then go get him at 11 o'clock at night through the worst part of time. Nope, nope, not waking the kids up that time of night. Nope, not doing driving through that part of town, and which is like 50 something miles away. But yeah, not happening. But I am going to get off here and I'm going to make my kids and my hubby dinner. And we're going to play some games or something, just spend some time together. Then I'm going to read with the kids because it's Sunday and we read it's one of our reading days. And we sit down and have some fun reading a story. And I'll be watching the Olympics. Thank you, Marcy. My husband's always watching. You got to go feed the critters? Yeah, I got to feed them. You need a babysitter once in a while. Just once in a while. Just for a couple hours. Maybe like once every couple months. Hell, I'd be happy with once every 3 months. But then I do not but worry about them and just rush home anyway. So, yeah. Well, good night, Anna. Thank you for coming in and hanging with me, and thank you for your membership. I appreciate the support. Oh, I do. Yeah. And school's getting ready to start, and though I, do the parent thing and bitch about them, I am going to miss the heck out of them. I'll be the first week or so. You'll notice, because I'll be missing my kids. But then once you get in, I miss the tight schedule because there's a lot less time with them when when they get home from school than if they're here all day. So of course I want to do more, right? And sometimes it's too much in those few hours, but yeah, it's a weird situation. But thank you all for hanging with me so long. I appreciate you. And I don't know if I'll be out in the YouTube streets tonight or not because, like I said, I'm going to do the fam thing. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, y'all be good and enjoy the rest of your day. Do whatever makes you happy. Bye, all.